What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR podcast that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and the multiverse, Todd. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But if you don't catch us live, oh wait, you can win something, Todd.
That's right.
You can win something if you don't catch us live, because we will give you a chance to win if you catch us afterwards. We have to make sure we take care of our always present podcast family.
Absolutely.
But before we go any further, let me say hello to my Canadian partner from the great Northwest. I had to talk him off a ledge last week. It was a very tough show. I love him like a brother, or maybe a stepbrother. He's cooler than the other side of the pillow. Todd Jackson, what is up, brother?
Hi diddly, ho diddly.
Are you okay? Are you back? Are you back? Are you back from last week?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we were like smart, like oh, we're all good, man.
Oh my god, it was a bad week.
Yeah, it was a weird
Move
week.
on.
Yeah, you got to move on. Everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good. It ended up being a good show last week. We did have some issues, but we ended up turning out okay. We dropped a nice video that for that whole interview that we did with V Bunny Go last week, which was a lot of fun, right? I mean, it was some fun having Marshall and Hambone and VB in here talking to them, and it ended up being a great interview. And we were able to air the whole thing, afterwards live too, so you could see it as a whole video, right?
Yeah, it was so much fun having them in, and they definitely want to come back and do more and figure out a way that we can do a live show that everybody in chat can actually interact with them and ask some questions.
We literally just scratched the surface with V Bunny and Hambone and Marshall. I think we could do probably 3 shows with them full of content. There was so much good stuff there.
For sure.
But we got some good people this week to talk to, Todd. And I think we should just bring them in right before we even say hello to chat. We should just bring them in here because they might want to say hello to chat too, because a lot of their chat is our chat. We have a
lot of
crossover VR community.
A lot of crossover. Yeah.
Let's welcome in from the channel VR with Jasmine and Impact Reality, Jasmine. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
What is up, Jazz?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
I love your shirt.
No problem.
This is one of the coolest shirts I've ever seen.
Fancy.
Oh, look at that.
You repping.
Impact Reality.
Yeah.
I love it.
And we'll welcome in the other side of the Impact Reality partnership from Between Realities and Upload VR correspondent, Skeeva. What is up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Ooh,
How's
look
it
at your
going?
nice hat, man.
Your party.
Thanks.
That
Where's
is an
yours?
epic hat.
Where's yours, Eric?
I know. I need to go. Where's mine?
Oh,
Back there. I'll go get it. I'll get it. It's right there. See it? It's right there.
there it is. Yeah, you got to switch out your hat.
I know. I got to put it on. I didn't even think about it. I'll definitely put it on. I think Skeeva was putting his on right in the middle of the introduction.
I was like, oh,
Switch hat.
I put my impact hat right here.
Guys, welcome. I don't think you guys have ever been on the show at the same time before. This is pretty cool.
It's the first. I think you're right.
And it feels
I'm a
weird
little
because we
starstruck, to be
haven't
honest.
talked to each other like at all this week.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know you guys. Who are you? Stranger danger.
Oh my God. It's pretty cool, man, when you get to hang out pretty much all week with people that you actually absolutely love. And that's what we've been doing with Impact Reality. But before we get into like specifics, let's talk to our chat. Let's say hi to everybody, because there's a shit ton of people in here that want to talk to you guys. So let's go all the way up to the top, which I'm scrolling way the hell back. Michelle B is here, says, "Hey, Betty." So I assume there must be a Betty creeping somewhere.
There's a creeper setting. Yeah.
Echo into the Future is here. Bluebell, Wolveraza, Destiny 11. VR Spry Guy is here. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Spry Guy.
Happy birthday.
Brandon VR is here. Kyle Bunny Go Kitchings is here. Nice. And I like the name. Daniel Kaz, Mr. Tasselhoff. What is up, Tass? Chatty Alakazam. Wolveraza is here. What is going on, man? He says medicinal card has been great. Hey, yeah.
All right.
Medicinal cards are always great.
Absolutely.
Move to Canada. You don't need a card.
We are a VR with Jasmine sighting in chat, and Jenna Sequa. We get to all meet Jenna Sequa coming up in a few weeks, guys, because Jenna is going to come
Ooh.
hang out with us at South by Southwest.
Heck yeah, that's
Yay.
exciting. All right, let's go.
For a
Love
couple
your name.
split our B&B with us for a few days. So pretty cool.
Cool.
Let's see, who else do we have here? We have Backsorn VR. Welcome in. And let's see. Oh my God, there's so many people.
Arabella's here. Virtual Steve.
Oh man.
Yeah, Hussein X, Fourth Wall Breaker, Paul Fennessy. Man, I had to go way back.
Your
Daniel
spy
Pad.
guy just said, fun fact, Skeeva is twice as tall as Jasmine. I beg to differ. I think it's 1.85 times taller. So
I think we have to measure just to be sure.
That's a good idea. We need to measure.
Or
That should be the new rule of
185.
measurement. How many
but you know what? It's
Jasmines
your
are you tall?
birthday, so I'll let this one slip.
It's his birthday because it's Walkabout Mini Golf Day. Ali VR Port is here. What else we got? Jenna, I already said. God, there's so many people chatting. There is Creeper Betty. I see her now, and Carl Parker, Alec Kazam, Bacardi B. I know I saw the Academy of Language and Therapy Life Coaching. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that
You
one.
remembered. You
That
almost
was-
screwed that up.
I know I did. That's not an easy one to remember. Define Tech is here. Rattlehead 9026. Orland Hooper's here. Todd. Orland Hooper's Jack, yo. Damn right he is. Damn right he is. That sounds so good. Orland, he likes you now. He likes you.
Finally in Orland's good books.
PDX VR, Chris 9989, Whiny Witch, casts of thousands hanging out with tonight. Thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Guys, it's so cool to have you guys here for Impact Reality because we did a thing, right? We did a thing, God, I didn't even know how many months ago now, really, to where it kind of all went back to. Skeeva, how many months was
Since
it
we
that?
thought about it.
Yeah, since we really just started talking about it. It's been a while.
Like four.
3 or 4 months. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not. We went real fast.
We
Yeah,
did. We like put the pedal to the metal and we're like, yep, let's do it. Go.
Before we get into it, we should probably tell people what it is.
Please
was
do. And
gonna
I would
say,
like
We
Jasmine,
need some
why don't you
introductions as
Yeah,
what
why don't
is
you-
that Impact
why don't
Reality?
you take
You do
take
it.
the reins on this and tell everybody what Impact Reality is. And Impact Reality again is a business, a VR business that we started with myself, Jasmine and Skeeva. And tell everybody a little bit about us.
Oh man, where do I start? Well, you see,
Oh my God, hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. I forgot to bring D in. Nobody told me.
no.
I'm like going crazy because I got Steve and Jasmine here, but D is here. Holy crap! What is up, D?
Hey, D.
I'm just sitting here spending my lunch watching you guys.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
D is here. Everybody say
D.
hi to D. D is rocking the wheel as always. Thank you for taking your lunch break with us, D. And D wants to know all about Impact Reality as well. So sorry, Jasmine, go ahead.
I don't know. I think you should take this one.
Well, Impact Reality is basically something that we decided to try and do because we had a lot of people coming to us, developers and businesses coming to us individually saying, is there a way that you could help us in some way? And it was working. You know, Jasmine was, you had recently left your full-time job and started with your channel and doing other things full-time and helping some developers and helping some companies. And Skeeva, he was all over in the VR world, as everybody knows Skeeva is, whether it would be between realities or Upload or, with Vertigo and Springboard. And then, I was doing the same thing. I had quit my job, full-time regular job, and started, trying to dive in full-time doing virtual reality. And we were all kind of like piecing it together. And when you do that, that's fine. You can take little bits and pieces and you can do that because, you're by yourself. But we quickly realized, and I'm not even sure, I think it was Skeeva who kind of came up with the idea that if we bring our forces together, we cover so much more territory together of where we are good at, or like we each have our strengths of where we really shine. And I think that's what brought us together to do this together, right?
Yeah, man, I agree completely. Like, we, no matter what convention you go to, what show, what VR thing, there will always be three things that are there that are the same every time, and that's me, you, and Jazz, right? So like
basically.
we're really
We love conventions.
We do.
yeah,
VR
not
conventions.
conventions, right? Like we love the people there. We love the developers and the hardware companies and all of the people that are like growing what we love. We're
Mhm.
VR obsessed. And when you love something so much, like how do you not put all your time in towards making it successful? I would be devastated if VR just went away one day. So like I'm gonna go all in on making it as successful as possible. And like, you know, combining powers and forces here only made sense. We have big networks, each one of us. We all have very, you know, things that we do really well, and like putting all that together is just, you know, I just thought could be so powerful, and so far it really has been. So
Yeah, I mean,
guys,
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, you know what the big thing is too is, you know, we are all like super champions of VR. Like we want to make virtual reality work, and we have caught the bug so much that, you know, we decided to quit full-time jobs to do this. You know what I mean? So like Jasmine had a very, very successful career doing exactly probably, you know, what she was, you know, went to school for or was trained to do. And you basically decided, I'm going to give that all up because I want to do something where I can impact other people in virtual reality, and you've done that.
Yeah, I haven't really like talked about this too much previously, but I did actually work at Meta for a little bit before I quit, and I worked there working on the Quest Pro,
Yeah.
was leading an engineering team. And I really did enjoy it, but I felt like I just wanted to be able to touch everything. I don't just want to touch the Quest Pro or whatever Meta's doing. I want to touch everything. And it was and it's weird when you work for one company, you just focus on that one thing. And so ended up leaving that job, trying to do some other stuff in the VR space. Then I told Eric, and Eric was like, "What? You did what?" Okay, yeah, me too. So then Eric, a couple of months later, I told him, I think it was, where was it? A GDC, which is in March. I told Eric, I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm leaving." And then by AWE, like in May, end of May, Eric was like, "Yeah, me too. I also left." And so we were both like, "Oh shoot, well, what are we gonna do? We're both living off of our savings." We were trying to make a grind. I know, Hussein, I don't talk about this often, but my background, in tech. I worked at Apple and Oculus.
You've had a fascinating backstory. Like I think people would be fascinated to hear. Like I've been privy to it,
So
and you know,
shy.
yeah, I've been lucky. I've been privy to it a lot. So has, you know, Skeeva and Todd, and I think Dee even to a certain point. But it is fascinating how, I mean, like you said, you were with Apple. You worked on some amazing stuff with Apple. You just even some of the other jobs that you had, designing factory floors and things like that, and designing workflow for factories. It's so fascinating, like where you've come from and where you are now.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I've been like really shy, so I don't talk about it too much unless like, it's prompted. That's why. Anyway, let's move on. So me and Eric are both just like, oh shoot, we got to figure out how to make some like, money. So we started helping out a bunch of like developers and whoever we really can with like launching their games. Like both of us worked on Finger Gun. If any of you have ever played Finger Gun, the hand tracking game, we got to work with them. And then after some time, me and Skeeva were working on some games together. Like we helped our Caxer with their relaunch. So it was just really like, we were all doing stuff everywhere. And then at one point, Skeeva was just like, you guys, what do you think? What if the three of us put everything we're doing and just combined it into one superpower? And we were like, yeah, let's go. And Skeeva was like, no, but like, I'm serious. And we're like, yeah, we're serious. What are you talking about? He's like,
I don't
like,
think he thought we were going to jump on right away.
Yeah, he was like, no, but really, like, I'm really serious. And me and Eric were like, let's go. I'm ready. I was ready yesterday before you said this. So it's really been crazy. We just went super fast as soon as the idea came into fruition.
Yeah, it was. You're exactly right too. It was at Awe. I remember going to Awe, and we kind of went to Awe, and we kind of helped each other film and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So we spent a
times.
lot of time together at Awe, and we were both like, "Holy crap, we just did this! We just did a thing."
What are we gonna
You know
do?
what I mean?
How are we
Yeah,
gonna
right?
pay our bills? Hope I don't get kicked out.
Yeah, right.
Who can we help?
It is. It's super scary, but I mean, I remember at that time, I mean, there was literally so many people reaching out to me, and I think to you too, like how, can you help us in some way? Developers reaching out. We need to show our game some way. We're trying to get out of App Lab. Do you know how we get out of App Lab? Do you know what we do? Do you know who we talk to? I just remember there was so many people like, And Skeeva, I think you were hearing the same things, and that's why I think you had the idea. And how many people have we talked to that like we have like 6 months of runway? Like we don't know what to do. How do we proceed? Where do we go? Otherwise, we may never be able to make VR games again, right?
Yeah, for sure. I also left a cushy job to become uncushy. And
Yeah, I mean, you made a similar move. You had your own business.
I did. I was me and Todd share a lot in common as well. And
Yes.
Todd has an IT company. I had an IT company. I did all kinds of stuff, network engineering and cloud infrastructure and stuff. And I just like got bit by this VR bug, man. And I just couldn't get it out of my brain. It's all I thought about. And I knew I had to do this. And I didn't know how, but I knew I had to, right? Because it's not often in someone's life that something comes along that's so important that it just means
Life-changing.
everything to you. Like, how often does something like that happen to you in your life, right? So like I had to just like start anew, which is scary, like you were saying, right? You do something your whole life, you train for it, you school for it, you like build up your, everything in your life for this one thing, and then you go, okay, bye. Like that takes something really powerful.
But yeah, did y'all know that Skeeva had his own IT company? He had employees. Like he was the real deal. And he was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't love
Damn
living a comfy life. I just want to do VR. Just kidding.
Yeah.
He wants to do VR and a comfy life, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it got real uncomfy real fast. But but I did what I had to do. You know what I mean? Like
same.
I was all in. So I went and worked some jobs. Some of the first people that took me in were Cyber Shoes. I think I was like one of the
remember
early
that,
fans
yeah.
of Cyber Shoes. I was like a legit fan of Cyber Shoes.
Yeah.
And they brought me in and they helped me out a bit, and then I ended up moving over to Vertigo Games. But it's been great. And soon here, I'm not going to say too much, but soon I will be Impact Reality full time.
Hell
I
yeah.
think that's saying everything. What do you mean not saying too much?
That's pretty much saying everything.
Everything. There's literally nothing you left on the table.
There's nothing you left
Boom.
out of that. Yeah.
Holy crap, man. I can't believe you just dropped
browse by that, but
that's funny.
now this is going to require a lot, and there's a lot happening already, and there's a lot of people that want help. Developers do amazing things, and they design awesome games, and they program, and they design amazing 3D assets, but not everyone can do everything. Not everyone can do that and be a marketer and be, and have all the contacts and network and know how to like get their stuff from one place to another. And like, it's hard to be a full one-time, like one person show. Right.
Mhm.
So people need help. And, why not use all of these things? That all of this stuff that we've been accumulating, all this knowledge and in this network to really help and impact reality, right?
Yeah, I see how you did there.
There's a couple of people here too that has mentioned in chat. So it was Ari and B Latin. Yeah, two of them said that they like saw some of us at Utah. So let me explain how fast the process was. I think it was a month before we went to Utah for the Val Expo was when we came up with the idea. By the time the expo came around a month later, we had our website done, our whole email infrastructure, thanks to Skeeva, and our business cards. We were ready to go. And then about a week after, pretty much after the Utah thing, so not even a month and a half after, we already signed our first client and several VR games that we'll probably talk about a little bit later. So we are going full speed ahead. We want to let's grow VR. Let's do this. We're ready.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Literally, we had this thing. It was so fast. Literally one day we were like, what do you think we should call this? And the next day we were like, okay, the articles of incorporation are done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how fast we were going.
But I love our name. I mean, it feels weird for me to talk about this on my own talk show, but I will, because I'm so proud of what we've done. I don't really have an issue with it because I love it. And I'm really proud of what we've done and how hard we worked for this. But even just the name Impact Reality, it exactly embodies what we do. We want to impact how these businesses are able, or these developers are able to to function, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to impact people's reality or virtual reality in a positive way, and whether that be, helping somebody with a game, helping somebody with a launch, helping somebody get out of App Lab and go to the Quest store, or if it's helping, introduce one person to another, get people together, put VR people in the same space together, and try and connect and get this whole VR community together to work towards one goal. And I think that was a big theme of CES for us this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
the
And
party
there's-
at CES was kind of Skeeva's idea that you had last year that we kind of built upon, right?
Yeah, last year, so CES is not just VR, as we know. It encompasses all of technology and all kinds of future tech, and where all of these different industries are going, from artificial intelligence to the auto industry, like all over the place. But virtual reality has a huge presence there because it is the future. There's just no denying it. But there isn't really a whole lot in terms of VR specific things. We have this event where all of these amazing people come to, all of these industry leaders and people that are like really responsible for all of this coming to fruition in the first place. And everyone's in one state, everyone's in one place, but no one's getting together, right? So like, how to make that happen, So we did a party last year and it was phenomenal. But last year's CES was, like 40,000 people compared to the 250,000 previous, because of COVID, right? So the VR crowd was a lot smaller, and we had a blast. It was awesome.
It was probably like
You
20
guys were
people,
all
right?
there.
That was probably
that?
20, like 20,
No, I
25.
think
Like,
it's probably like
was it more?
30.
Was it 30
30.
people?
Yeah, we
It was a
spilled
good
out.
crowd. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. I had a blast at that party.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great. But this year we went all out, and I really reached out to everyone that was going to be at CES, all the people that like were really, really doing things for the industry. And I wanted to get everyone together because it's not just about a party, right? It's not just about hanging out and sharing drinks. It's about like connecting with people and forming relationships, and people making relationships with other people. When you have the caliber of VR people that we had in that building, talking and making friendships together like this, then all of a sudden things happen, new projects sprout, like things grow from this, right? So
Yeah.
getting all of these people together is so important.
Yeah.
And it really went off, so much better than I ever could have hoped. And we really like invited, I went through and I like handpicked all of these people, man, and I like reached out to every person individually, and I really wanted to make this as special as possible.
Yeah, and I kind of mentioned a little bit this, like the party that we threw, and like how we just were not expecting the level of turnout on my stream yesterday. I talked about it a bit, and so we have something super special for literally everybody here for the very first time ever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eric, take it away.
Yeah. Before we hit the video, I just want to say, Todd, just give us an idea, because you've been to a few shows now. CES is different, right?
Oh, so
And
different.
the connection that, because you've been to, what'd you go to? You went to PAX West, and then you went to where else did we go to?
Val.
Val, right?
Right?
And,
Yeah, you.
but CES is on like on a whole different level, right? I mean, it's just like it's
Oh, it's
amazing.
completely different.
It is.
Yeah, it's absolutely enormous. And the fact that it encompasses everything, not just virtual reality stuff, makes it a whole new world, right? Like we saw special presentations on fridges and cars and drones, like you name it, and we saw it. So the fact that there was so many VR people there is, to me, a really good sign for VR in the future, because that's where people go to look at fridges. And now they're there to look at a fridge, and they're like, "Holy crap! Look at all this VR stuff." We had a whole section, like this metaverse area of the convention center was just full of VR stuff.
And it wasn't even just the presence on the floor, right? It was like all of the promotional materials, all the billboards for CES. They all had people in headsets. It wasn't like
The parking
just
lot was
a little
littered with
section. It
PlayStation
was like a
VR
main
2
theme.
things. Yeah, like it was
Oh
crazy.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain yesterday too how like there was so much VR at CES that all of us were walking like 10 miles a day and still not seeing everything. By the last day, we were just like, I don't even know. I have to still pick and choose which one I'm going to try, because there's literally that much VR tech, like VR and AR tech at CES. It was crazy. It was so good. I have so much footage. We all have so much
I know.
footage.
So
that
much
we need to
footage.
like get out at some point when we're not super busy.
Yeah, it's completely crazy. And then the whole idea of this party is you have, again, CES is huge. It's enormous. You got things from, like Todd said, refrigerators to vacuums to cars to TVs. All
We
these
walked
people are
down
there.
we walked down an aisle where we saw a Roomba vacuum for your house. The next booth was a Roomba lawn mowing vacuum thing for your backyard. The next booth was a Roomba swimming pool vacuum for your swimming pool.
Yeah, right.
It was ridiculous.
So what happens is you get all these people in this space together and they do their own little after parties, right? And they, you go off and you have, whatever, Frigidaire do an after party, and that's not for us, right? Those aren't our people.
Frigidaire after party.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else, but we wanted someplace where we could get VR people together because there's not been a lot of that where a big party where you have all of them come together, where you can go in a whole room and that everybody there has something to do with either virtual reality or augmented reality in some way. And we did that. We put VR with Jasmine, Between Realities, Upload VR, Impact Reality, put together this amazing event, and we brought over 300 people together to celebrate VR, and this is what that looks like, Todd.
Unbelievable. I get
Aw.
goosebumps every time I see it.
I get so emotional.
It's so good. We had so
Dude.
much fun. What a good party.
We
We
have not-
are VR.
VR.
We are VR.
When do we bring in the person that helped create that amazing?
Well,
event?
Yes.
Let's just say how good, because everybody was like, how
editing
how
fantastic,
great
right?
was that? And there was two people that were responsible for doing all this that night. two people that could have been enjoying themselves at this show, who we were blessed enough that they said that they would take care of this for us, and that
Mhm.
would be Jordan Grey Wolf and Tribe Grey Wolf.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Dude,
I was expecting you guys to wear glasses.
Oh yeah, it's lights a little
It threw
bright.
me off
Right.
guard.
It's like the sun.
Like the sun. What do you guys think?
that video is just I could watch it 100 times.
So
It's
good.
just such a
Gives
good
me-
video.
Makes me want to cry.
So good.
Brings
Yeah.
back good memories.
And that's not even including all the pictures. I mean, I didn't even know how many pictures there are that you guys took that night as well.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And just setting those shots
Like,
up.
we know. Yep.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I took 'em
I
all.
was there.
Well, it was just so great too, because I mean, you guys were you were everywhere. I mean, we at one point, like some of those shots, you were actually had to get behind the bar and film some of those. The transitions of the drinks going in and out of the glasses, all that wasn't stock footage. That was all footage that you shot that night. Some of that stuff was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
We didn't know if we could go behind the bar, but we did it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, get behind that bar.
The bar people didn't like us at first when we first got there. Did you guys feel that too?
Oh, yeah, they did
Oh, yeah.
not like us at all. I totally felt
They
it.
were like, "Who are these people?"
They liked us
Who are
at the
these
end after we
crazy
brought
people?
300 people in there, doing shots and drinks, and oh my god,
They
yeah.
loved us
We made
at the
them
end
some
of that.
money
hell yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah, D.
Yeah, but
we
Tribe
need
and
to
Jordy
get you at
walked
one of these
around.
events. We need D to get to one of these events.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
D,
we
we
missed D.
need you into one of these. You would have a blast with all these VR people around that some of those people, I mean, I couldn't even go through the list. Skeeva, you could probably do it better than me. In that photo, I saw Jay Bratt, I saw Jason Parks, I saw Thrill Seeker, I saw Fia. Who else we got
Palmer
there? Palmer
Lucky.
Lucky. Yeah. Palmer
Mic
freaking
drop.
Lucky.
I didn't think
My
he was going to
God.
show up, man. I was like,
No.
yo, I'm inviting Palmer.
Yeah, I remember this.
I can't.
Oh.
And he walked in the door. I almost
He got
almost
there
lost
before
my
we
mind.
did.
Yeah.
Jasmine messaged. She's like, "You guys better get here. Palmer fucking Lucky is
Oh,
here."
yeah. And those
We were
exact
late.
words, actually.
Yeah, we had Alvin Grayling, the president of HTC, right?
Seriously.
Yeah, drop
Director
some
of
names. Who
Lawnmower
all was
Man.
there for all the big wigs? Like there was like someone there from every hardware manufacturer, right? Like every
All of
headset.
them, all the headset companies were represented. Every
We
headset
have
company.
Gen.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
B Haptics Gen you saw in there.
She was so
I thought
cute.
some of those great shots with B Haptics Gen with Alex, because they
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
loved each other working with B Haptics together. So seeing them to be together for a little bit. We saw Adam Bombardi playing with Jose from F Reality. So
Yeah.
good, right? That's such a good shot.
And I
You know,
just drop in that Brett Leonard was there, the writer and director of The Lawnmower Man.
Hell yeah.
Like, what a dream that was
Right.
to hang out with that guy.
Eva
Such-
brought
such a
a
dream.
copy of the
Yeah.
movie for him
did.
to sign.
I did.
Eva
As
went
soon
and
as
bought a
Harris
copy.
With a
feed,
Sharpie.
grabbed that
Yeah.
shit, I threw it in my
With
bag.
the Sharpie.
Like
Yep,
like
I brought
Skeeva
the
didn't know where to
Sharpie.
go. Like when we got there to the party, we had stuff we had to do to take care of, but both at the same time, the director of Lawnmower Man and Palmer Lucky were there at the same time. Skeeva's like looking like back and forth, like, where do I go?
Like, who do I
What
talk
do I
to?
do? Who am I gonna talk to? And yeah, you got your autograph, which was amazing, man. And it's just
Yeah.
everybody was so cool. Palmer was freaking cool, man. Palmer had just come from Japan, literally just come from Japan from the airport, and
Yeah,
had been up for like
straight.
2 days straight. But he wanted to come to the party. He wanted to be there with the virtual reality community, man. So super cool.
Yeah, we
So
had
good,
someone
man.
from Neos fly in just for that party alone.
Right, yeah.
Flied
Yeah,
in,
we had
went to
3
the
people.
party,
Mhm.
left.
Left, yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, so what VR Spry was saying here, I don't need a press pass. I just want to go to the party. A couple of people actually did do that. They just
Yep.
flew in, came to the party, then left. They were like,
Mhm.
screw CES, just here to hang out with all the VR people.
Steven, tell everybody what the president of Pimax told you.
Yeah, the president of Pimax came in, and I happened to be walking by the door when he came in, and he said to me, "Thank you so much for having me to this party. I was told by many people that this party is more important than all of CES." which is big, which is a big deal because the size of the booth that Pimax had there
It was huge.
must cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this is not cheap to have stuff going on at these expos. So that was like, it really, like, I almost cried right then and there, man. Like,
You should have seen Skeeva's face. He did
Yeah.
almost cry.
And
For
we
real.
were there. That party started at 7 p.m. and we closed the bar down at almost 4 a.m.
Mhm.
And there was still a ton of people there. Like nobody wanted to leave.
No,
was that?
nobody. I didn't want to leave.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I still want to be
super
there.
fun.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
I love seeing Todd there. Todd had so much fun. I mean, literally, he was hanging with Jay
Aw.
Bratt. You were hanging with
It was
just a
super
lot of people
fun.
you hadn't met before. Tyler and Sean from Rendered Reality. Wes
Realities,
Dillon
those
from,
guys were
from
so much
Virtual
fun, yeah.
Strangers.
Genghis
Yeah.
was there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Genghis.
Techman
Genghis
Jew.
rock. Yeah.
Turbo.
Thrill Seeker and Fia showed up. Come on. It was awesome.
Awesome, man. So many cool people, man. It was just a great party, and that video is just a culmination of it. And you guys just kicked ass with it, man. You did such a good job, and you worked your asses off that night too. That couldn't have been
Wolves, you
hard.
guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Until my
That was
feet
a
fell
lot.
off, I was working.
Yeah.
And I couldn't feel my feet after a while, but that's okay.
Aw.
I
Everyone
kept
loves
running to the bar on the far side of the bar and double fisting water, big water glasses, and chasing down Todd and chasing down Jordan and giving him water all night.
You know who was like the biggest culprits was Tyler and Sean were getting everybody shit faced, buying
Yeah.
shots for everybody all over the place.
Yeah.
Those
was
guys were
great.
those guys were a blast. They were so much fun to hang out with, and it was just such a good time. And when you had people from B Haptics there, you had people from like HaptX there, you had I'm trying to think of some the other companies that were there.
Upload VR, the head of Upload VR was there. The head of Road to VR was there. And it was
Oh,
funny
well,
because I was
there.
hanging out with Kyle, the head of Upload VR, and
Yeah.
and the now senior business development manager for Pico, who used to be the head of
Right.
Upload VR. and they didn't know when they were talking to each other. And it was really funny when that connection happened. And they were like, what? Good times. So,
Cass
Yeah.
and Sherry there.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
almost forgot Cass
The
and Jerry were
Hubris
there.
guys were there.
Mhm.
Pro Tube guys were there.
Oh man, great.
Yeah.
Bunch
Dude.
of
Tribe
random
was like-
dudes with weird tech on them was there.
Tribe was like,
forgot about
I
that.
know because I chased them all down the entire night trying to
Chase
get
them
footage.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, stay right there. I need one photo.
Yeah.
It was like it was one of those perfect nights that you work hard to pull off, but then when it happens, you're like, wow, this turned out way better than I thought it would. Literally,
And-
we were still thinking 150 people, right, at one point, and then
Mhm.
Yeah.
well,
Well, no,
I mean,
we had
by the-
150 people before the CES even started. We had 150
Yeah,
confirmed.
and
right?
then we got to almost, it was like 280-ish on the list, right? You had to be on the list to get in and get in the VIP sections, get discounts on your drinks and everything. And then obviously a couple extra people
That's
showed
right.
up that that I had to go and let in, which is great. They were all awesome, industry people. We were happy to have them.
Yes.
I
Yeah, we
think I
almost
got
forgot-
call to the door 3 times.
oh, I know.
Like,
We almost
"Yeah,
forgot
blah,
that
blah, blah,
Tatiana,
blah, blah, blah.
Tatiana
Do you know
Disco
these guys?"
VR
I'm
was
like,
there.
Yep, come
Yeah.
on in.
We even had a company or some scammers come in
Yeah.
that
Oh my
photoshopped their
gosh.
logo
Yes. Oh,
onto our
yes.
poster and said, "Hey, we're running and promoting this event." And I'm like,
No, you're not.
Yeah, we're like, do you even know what VR
No.
is? Yeah, there was like several people at the door that was pretending that they were the ones hosting the party. They made a fake flyer, tried to show the front desk, like, hey, look at this fake flyer. We're like hosting this event. So they called Skeeva, and Skeeva was like, I don't know you. You're not getting in here. Look how tall I am.
At one point, Skeeva came by and he
Yeah.
says, Skeeva came by and he was like, you gotta come with me. So the two of us, me and Skeeva, both walk
Yeah.
out there like, you ain't getting in here. Like,
yeah, to
Like,
make
maybe
sure
one
that you weren't like,
person.
"Oh, I forgot to tell you."
Right.
Oh,
because we did have sponsors, that was another amazing thing too, is there were companies out there that saw this
Mhm.
and what was happening, and they're like, we want to be a part of it. So we had Conquest VR, the headphone company that makes the headphones that go on the at pretty much a lot of different headsets and head straps. So Conquest VR, your Conquest Pro VR was the sponsor, as well as AM VR was a sponsor. And then we also had right at the end, We had it was who
Obika.
was it, Jazz?
Obika?
Obika. They were at the show and they just happened to go, hey, we'd love to come by, and go to the thing, and can we put up some stuff there while we're there? And we're like, yeah, okay. They're like, yeah, we'll help sponsor. So I mean, people wanted to be a part of it.
Mhm.
That's so cool.
And I think as great as this party was and how fun it was, I think the most important part of it was bringing the VR community together and having all these people meet each other and be able to have all these business deals and stuff VR magic happened from that party. Because the next day when I went around the CES floor, people were like, were you at that party last night? I was like, was I at that party? Do you not see the shirt Impact Reality? I threw that party.
That's right.
I am that party.
And they were just like, thank you so much. Oh man, we partner with this person and this person. And the amount of times that this happened as I walked CES, company after company was just like, yes, I got to talk to this person, we connected, and now we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it was just this is exactly the reason we started the company Impact Reality, was because we're we know people. We know a lot of people that are trying to push hard in the VR industry, and we know other people that are pushing hard in the VR industry. And these two people need to meet and start doing stuff together. And we need to, we just want to help everybody that's trying to grow VR and doing such a great job not feel so alone, and also get the right partnerships and the right support and the right people. And this party was one of the things that we could do to help grow VR in a positive way.
Well said. That is perfectly well said, because I can even tell you, what was the company that had the motion sickness rig?
Neurosync Laboratories.
Yeah, Neurosync Laboratories came to the party, and they met Palmer Luckey there, and they talked to them, and they had mentioned what they were doing. The next day, and Palmer said, yeah, I'll come by and I'll take a look. The next day he went to their booth and did a testimonial for them because he thought it was super cool. So that's how parties like this are putting people together. There was so many people that made connections, good connections, there that night. And that's again what it's all about. I mean, we all had a great time, and being with people is a big part of why we do these things. But helping people make connections and not feel alone is a huge part of what we do, because you cannot do these things by yourself. And it's important that the VR community kind of sticks together. And it was good because we talked to a company earlier tonight that I can't say who it was, but it was great to hear them say, all VR lifts us all. And when you have a big company that says those things, it means a lot, right? It means we want everybody to succeed, because when everybody succeeds, it's good for everybody. And that's where we still are in this VR space. It may not always be that way, but that's where we are right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty,
Well said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty
I
crazy to
second
think
that.
we're still in the golden years of all this, right?
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
Love the commentary from the Grey Wolves.
Allie's in chat.
We have a member for 9 months of the YouTube channel. Mr. Tasselhoff says, VR is such a great community, and people on screen have made huge leaps and bounds to bring all of these individual communities together. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's why we work hard to do these things.
The wives are in chat talking as well there, Eric. Allison says it just felt like everyone was family.
It really
And,
did.
Stephanie
It
says it's
did.
the Real Housewives of VR.
The Real Housewives.
They
Yeah,
did.
the
They,
show.
We have that photo.
we do. We have a Real Housewives of VR show or photo, because that's what they were
Oh,
calling themselves. And it was my wife Stephanie, Todd's wife Allison, Alex's wife Brittany, and then Jasmine's
Messes-
husband Martin's was
Yeah.
he was part of that Housewives of VR, and it was
And
they
so
had
they
such a-
all they all go to the shows to support us, and they hang out with each other. So they were all like, we're the Real Housewives of VR, and my husband's in the photo.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing.
Oh,
And
it's
he
so
had
funny.
such a great time there too. I think it was great to see him having such a good time too. It was awesome. I loved it. But yeah, we have Backsorn VR with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says, do you even have a phone, bro? Diablo press release. Don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not
I
sure
don't
what the
know what that
context
means
is,
either.
but thank you very much for the super chat. We appreciate it.
Oh, maybe the scammer. Maybe the scammer.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, that's when you
Oh,
know
yeah.
you've made it, right? We're officially
Oh,
made
yeah.
it when somebody tries to jam onto your thing. They're like, hey, can
Like
you know who loves it
fire
when you
to try
jam
to
onto
go
your
to
thing?
parties.
Yeah, someone even posed the Skeeva. Someone said that they were Skeeva.
Someone
and they
proposed
were
the
not.
Skeeva? What?
I would.
Well, someone should go with me.
Someone
I
was
think,
saying.
in chat, Eric.
No, someone was
Sorry.
saying that they were Skeeva, and they were only like 5 foot. So,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
this is
really?
weird. Yeah, all kinds of imposters that night, man.
That's
It's wild.
That's sus. That's sus.
I think Nexlin came in from Neos and was like, and someone tried to pull off that they were me. It's
No
not
way.
an easy thing to do. I mean, just my
Yeah.
height alone, you know, it's I don't know, weird.
yeah. And he said he even just went with it for a while. He was like, "Oh, Skeeva, nice to meet you." And then he found out he wasn't Skeeva.
I know, right?
Hey, guys, we have an Alex VR sighting in chat. What is up,
Hey,
Alex? How are
What's
you
up,
doing?
Alex?
We have an Assassin
Alex!
32, Red/Ace. A whole bunch of people. Hack the Game Cat has slid in here. Allison Jackson.
61
Arcanian.
people in the chat. That's crazy.
Holy
Skeeva,
crap.
please stand up. Brandon, the real Skeeva could be sitting down. He'll still be taller than everyone standing up.
Yeah, right.
No kidding.
So true.
So good, so good. So let's get into a little bit more about why we did the video and what we're going to do with the video, and then let's talk a little bit about impact and what we're looking to do in this next coming year, because things are getting very busy for us very quickly, right, guys? And let's talk a little bit about our first. Yeah,
is getting really busy in 2020. If you didn't know, 2023 is the year for VR. In case you didn't see from like the cornucopia of videos, I couldn't figure out a word to use. So
Ooh,
That's a
like
good word.
it.
That's a good word. I like
I
that.
love a word.
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia. You don't just pull cornucopia out of your head.
videos that came
I
out
like
from
it.
all the creators about all the VR tech that's coming out. And it's only January. It's crazy. So the VR industry is busy, and we as Impact Reality are also extra busy. But yeah, take it away, Eric.
Yeah, no, you're exactly what you're saying is exactly right. And we're kind of flying like crazy here. And one of the first people that we were able to partner with was Click Games. And I think we should talk a little bit about Click because they've been a great partner with us, and we're working on several different games for them, and along with several other different things too. But let's talk a little bit about the games real quick. Actually, let's talk about Click a little bit. Great company, right, guys? Two people who work together, in like location-based VR, decided to try and take a risk and publish some smaller games, and they put together a stable of some pretty great games, Brandon and Waylon, right?
Man, those guys they're so great. Their brains are like they just have like such a knack for this whole thing. I think they were like born like with this insane like marketing, minds. It's really wild to see the things that they're thinking of and they're coming up with, and they're really good at growing communities and picking these really awesome games to work with. And I couldn't be happier to be involved with them. I feel like this kind of all came to be, well, just because we were at one of these events and we met each other, and and I feel like we all just kind of clicked. Huh?
I see what you did there.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah, and
I get it.
let's talk a little bit about their games real quick, because they do have some amazing games. Let's talk about Dragon Fist VR is a Cliff game. If anybody has heard of that game, Skeeva, that game's pretty damn amazing. 40 different characters in Dragon Fist VR. If you want the closest thing you're gonna get to like Tekken in VR or like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and it's kind of a workout, right? Like you actually
It's
fight.
definitely a workout.
And
it's
if you play it
also
on PC, you can use
stressful.
full body tracking, and you can like legitimately
kick.
use you can kick, you can swing, you can like really beat the crap out of these NPCs. It's a great way to take out aggression.
Right? You had a bad day at home.
from
Jump into
work,
Dragon
and you're like
Fist and-
mad at your boss, and you go in there and you can just let it all out. Just
Smack
let it
him
all out.
around.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I think it's going to
That's
do
great.
well.
Yeah, and then finishing moves, which is great. And they have some definitely some new stuff coming down the pike that we really can't say exactly everything yet, but there's a lot coming in that game, and big news coming soon too, which is pretty amazing. Another game they have, Jasmine, coming out next week is Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's an interesting game. It's very unique. It's kind of like it reminds people of Gorilla Tag, but the gameplay is actually quite different than that. It's basically you're like a monkey and it's multiplayer and you all are like racing to collect the most bananas and the bananas appear anywhere in the jungle. So you have to like swing around, jump on little like lily pads. And the obvious the obvious like twist to this game is you can throw your monkey doo-doo at other monkeys. Yep. So if you want to, and of course, if you got hit by a monkey doo-doo, naturally you would also accidentally drop a banana. And so that's exactly what happens. So if you want to it's pretty competitive. Throw your doo-doo, collect bananas, win. That's
Where
it.
do you get your doo-doo?
Well, you know, you like reach and
Can we have a
behind
demonstration?
you and
Yeah,
Roll
give
the
us a
clip, Todd.
demonstration.
Try, tell him, roll the clip, Todd.
Yeah, right.
Roll the clip.
no, don't roll the clip, Todd.
She said don't do it.
Yeah, don't roll the clip. Don't roll the clip.
You
Yeah,
know,
that
I-
game's coming out next week and it's free. And we, for all these games that we're talking about, we've been pretty much just helping with all like the marketing efforts, the branding, and really getting these games like at a good point for when they're released.
Yeah, and,
So I can
they
tell
need
you.
it.
The first time I heard of Monkey Doo Doo and saw it, I was like, yeah, that's not for me. Right. Then I went in and I got in there and I tried it and I played with the game mechanics and I saw what I gotta tell you, this game is gonna blow up. Like it is
Yeah.
legit gonna blow up. It's like Gorilla Tag meets Mario Kart, on steroids. It's super fun. It's super colorful. It nails all of these little things, like all of these awesome things that VR does. It does them so well, and I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed this game. Like to the point where I'm like, I want to get back in there. I want to play more. Like
Yeah.
when a game does that to you, you know it's special. And this game's going to be launching free to play. This game is, I'm telling you, man, this game's going to blow up. I know it. I'm not just saying that. The cool thing about doing this and having so many people that are that are interested in working with us is the games we don't like, we just don't work with them.
Yeah.
Easy, right? But then we find games like what Click offers, and like we love these games, so it's very easy to want to help and to be able to promote this stuff and to share it with people, and it's so good. You guys are going to be really surprised at what it's like to swing around from vines, throw and poop at your friend. It's like,
And just so everybody knows, I am not a poop person, but my
who is the poop person?
If I had a dime for every time I heard you say that.
Can we have a show of hands? All the poop people.
it's tribe. And then Todd's video, obviously. But I got to, there's different random cosmetics. So mine is actually cupcakes. So if you play against me and you get a cupcake in your face, it's me.
They're chocolate cupcakes. Is that what they are? Yeah.
It's like
Well, that's another cool thing with the game too, is they have some amazing cosmetics that you can do and little hats that you can put on and faces that you're gonna be able to do. It's just there's so many things that you're gonna be able to do in that game to kind of make your own experience unique and what other people see you as unique. It's gonna be so cool. I just love the way they're doing with it. Yeah, I love it. It's gonna be
We're all
great.
gonna
was a
have to
huge
do
fan.
a community thing where we all
Yeah.
bring
100%.
realities and Q2C and the Grey Wolf Gang and
oh,
and here with Jasmine people, and we're just gonna have to get everyone together and throw crap at each other.
I mean,
Really, it's gonna be a good
100%.
time. Mhm.
Count us in.
Mark, make our stain on the.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Throw some
understand this
stain.
commentary.
It's
'Cause you're
pretty
not a
good.
poop person.
And Skeeva was right. The mechanics of this game. I mean, if you think you're going in and you're just going to do a Gorilla Tag clone where you're just kind of moving with your arms on the ground and climbing, it is not. You can do that here, but it's not about that. The speed and the movement can get really good here. You can literally fling yourself in the air for long distances once you get the controls down right. You can fling yourself from vine to vine. Really, you being on the ground is the slowest way to move here,
Yeah, you
and
don't
it's the
wanna
way
do
you
that.
actually will die really pretty quickly because there's a crocodile in the water that will kill you fast if you go down, onto the ground. So you want to
Alligator.
stay up in the air. Yeah,
coming from someone who doesn't work with them, I can honestly say that the first time I saw this game was at Val. I saw
Yep.
it. They were
Utah.
demoing it in that little warehouse, and I didn't even go up to it. I just thought that just looks
Yeah.
stupid. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to play that game.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not for
exactly
me.
what I thought too.
Who wants to throw shit at each other? That's just dumb. And then
Yeah.
about I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something, I played it,
Yo.
and you've.
Oh, D.
Oh no,
Oh.
D's got to go.
Go, D.
D's gotta go back to work.
Oh.
Yep.
D, you're
I'll
awesome.
still be in chat.
Hell yeah, we'll see
I-
you soon.
I
Have a
thought
good-
you meant you got to go play it right now. That's it.
Gotta go
Like, I'm
do-do.
in. We're gonna go play some
Not
doo doo.
Later.
We'll see you soon,
Hi,
D.
D.
All right, bye,
Bye,
guys.
see you, D.
D.
So yeah, I mean the movement is great. I love the idea of getting a lot of people in there, bringing some community in there, to do something like that, because that's a great thing about this multiplayer. You can get your community involved in it, and you can do a lot of cool things in here. And we need to do that for sure. We need to like get the community involved, get everybody in there, and just throw poop at each other. I mean, who doesn't want to do that?
This game's the shit.
How many people can be in one game?
I think you can have 6 total, right? You could have a
And
whole
then
bunch.
20 in the lobby
Yeah,
and 6
20
in one game.
There you go. 6 through. So like, and I think it's like free for all, right? So it's like no teams. You're just like free for all going. You just whoever can get the most the 10 bananas the
There
fastest.
could be
is gonna win.
alliances.
Yeah, and then
Oh, there
and
could
if
be. You're
someone-
true.
if someone's collected bananas and they're swinging along, you can nail them with poop. They'll fall and they'll lose their bananas, and you can like snatch them away from them. So it's like this game of being quick to the next banana, but also trying to steal everyone else's stuff while just nailing them with balls of crap. And it's
Do you get legs? Do we get legs?
those little
in this
legs, but you move with your hands.
Game? Legs.
I remember when I
There's
was
legs, yeah.
talking, I was talking to D and Todd about this game, and I'm like, guys, this game is really cool. And because we had the developers on, and we had Brandon from Click Games on to talk about Monkey, and so I was leading up to that. And I'm like, Todd, you just got to try this game. And Todd's like, I already kind of tried it, and it didn't seem great to me. I'm like, dude, just try it again. And literally, you went in there and you had a TikTok made in like 5 seconds, and you had so much fun in there, like just pulling poop out of your butt and farting. And
Oh my god, it was so funny. If you pull out poop rapidly, you fart. I was just cracking up. I couldn't stop laughing.
and like I remember you came back. You're
Oh
like,
my
wow,
God.
this game is gonna blow up. You were like, this game's gonna be huge.
Yeah, this is another Among Us. This is gonna downloads are gonna be
That is
through the
exactly
roof.
how I feel about it.
Yeah,
it's
gonna be
like-
nuts.
Yeah, and you saw like all the news about Among Us like doing
This is
crazy,
gonna be it.
like
Yep.
popular. Yeah, it's
know.
on the same wavelength for sure.
So one more game that we want to talk about that Click has, and by no means does this mean it's this last game, because this is probably it's one of my favorites out of the whole bunch, and that is Rogue Ascent. Rogue Ascent is also part of the Click Games library of titles, and this game is fantastic. And I remember early on, Todd did a great review of this, but I remember early on seeing this game because it had Twitch integration, and I remember watching Z-Storm in here using Twitch integration to play this game, where you could affect his outcome or what happens in the game as being one of his the people watching on Twitch. But
Yeah, you can spawn monsters from like a Twitch chat into
great
his
is that?
VR game.
How great
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
sick.
Yeah,
It's
that's
such
amazing.
a smart way. Yeah, right? I mean, it's such a smart thing to do. I wish more developers did this, right?
This is
Yeah.
I
the
don't
coolest-
understand why they don't really, because Twitch integration and streaming is such a huge part of VR that to have any of these little tiny integrations would mean huge things for not just content creators, but for just Joe Blow that wants to share it with his friends or record it for later. Or
Yes.
why Twitch isn't part of every game or just part of meta, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
crazy. Go ahead.
Go, yo, you go.
Yeah.
You go, Grey
No,
Wolf.
I'm always on this, trying to get Twitch to connect to everything, and they are not about it. The devs, I think what they're thinking is that's it's too small of a group to give something out. They don't fully understand the power of giving us something like that, you know?
Yeah,
It is
seriously.
powerful.
Well,
It is
yeah,
because the
so the game dev for like Rogue Ascent is actually like has a master's degree in VR, like just extremely smart and literally Rogue Ascent is packed with like the most newest like features that you can think of in the VR space. He's really just pushing the limits. So if you're looking for like a futuristic like sci-fi game, not only in the actual gameplay and what's happening there, but also in all the features that he's just pumping into this, like this is what we can expect. If like all the other games start following what Rogue Ascent is doing, like we can expect to see more Twitch integrations and like the chat being able to affect someone's actual VR game and all these like other crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is the coolest technology, I think, in most of the games that I've played in VR, because you legitimately feel like super awesome playing this game. You don't use your controllers at all. Like you move with
yeah,
these cool like hand movements. You pull out guns and they come out in your hands. You can pull them up and they start spinning in your hands, and you're like,
yeah.
it's just like it's like right out of a sci-fi movie. It's super cool. And if you haven't played this game since its original release, it's a totally different game. There's new characters in there. There's all kinds of new mechanics in there. This is definitely one to revisit if you haven't touched it in a while.
And
It's
more
been a long
coming.
time. I should totally
So
retouch
do we
that,
have
especially on the
click
Quest Pro would be
giveaways?
good.
Yeah.
Tasselhoff wants to know if there's click game giveaways tonight. Winky face.
That is a good question. I don't know. I think Click Games is in chat. That would be up to them. That would be up to them. But we do have some giveaways, which we'll get to a couple in a minute. But I just will say about Rogue Ascent. Well, you know what? I'll say this about all of the games that Impact Reality and Click are working on. I am so happy to be working with all these developers. I mean, there are developers out there that I've talked to, and I get done talking to them, like, okay, it just didn't work for me. I'm like, it's just some people you don't get along with. All these guys for Monkey See, Monkey Doo Doo, for the Rogue Ascent guy, the Rogue Ascent team, Dragon Fist VR team. I mean, they're all brilliant. Number one, they're all super great people, very very knowledgeable, very artistic. They all have their own style and way they want to do things. We get a chance to see like their inner workings, which is fantastic, and we get to see how they come up with their ideas and what they think is great. Like it's just we're very lucky to be able to see kind of behind the scenes. And this is one of the reasons that I decided I wanted to do this. Like I wanted to see the process of making a game. Like I love games and I love playing games, but I want to know what goes into them. I want to know what the process is. I want to know the artistic value. What brought you to this? How did you get from point A to point B to make point B fucking phenomenal? How did you get there? How did you do that? That gets me jacked up. That makes me want to see what's going on. And I can tell you that these three teams, I can't tell you how honored I am just to be a part, to be able to see that. And that is something that Impact Reality is very, very focused on, because we want to be a part of all this. Like I want to be able to say we did something to help somebody get to a next level, or to get to their next spot, or to get to the point where they could pay their people and continue making games. Because you know what? I want to see more games. And I think that's for all three of us. That's really, exactly what we're doing for. I mean, we want to see
Mhm.
VR just succeed. We want to see these developers stay in it and make more games.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing for me that like really excites me about working with all these different games is like I know that there's some really brilliant game devs that just make such like amazing games, and they just don't know how to explain to everybody else what their game really is like. Like for example, like case in point, like the monkey doo doo game. Like I was like, I will never play a poop game. That's just I was like, yeah, right, never. But then I like played it and I got a chance to understand what it's like. And now I'm like, well, I need to figure out ways to communicate to the general public that this game is actually awesome. And that's really what we're trying to do here at Impact, is like find all these amazing games that just need the help to really get their message across. And not only that, we do get to talk with the game devs directly. And so, for example, I was asking for things like, how do we make this more friendly to the female community? How do we add more like cosmetics that make me feel like I belong in this game? And so there's a lot of things that we're able to like give input on not just like how they like market the game or like explain the game, but also some features that get to go into the games. And so we're really here just like, let's help these game devs like, really make the most, like they pour their heart out into this. Let's help them like get to the people that they want to get to.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
hell yeah, couldn't say that any better. And that is a big part of it too. It's it's not just doing things to to shine a light on games. We are there to help them because we are VR people, and that is where I think is a big difference too, and why
Mhm.
we decided because there's other companies that can do what we do, but I don't think they can do it in the same space that we do as well as we do because
We
number
like
one,
love VR.
exactly. We're extremely passionate about VR. And number two, we know what works in VR and what doesn't work. And for me, it's super easy for me to be critical of VR and then not put anything forth to tell you how to make it better. But if I feel I can be critical and then I can tell you why I'm critical and how I think you can make it better, that makes my job a lot easier as a podcaster for sure.
Mhm.
So in chat right now, I
Yes.
see Click Games saying, if Eric can name all 5 Rogue Ascent classes, I'll give away a free key.
Oh.
Oh.
So
The
okay,
pressure
so
is on.
Q2C VR Gamer is buying a key to Rogue Ascent for somebody tonight. Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot. That's terrible. I'm getting stage fright. I'd have to think about it.
Oh, I
Let me
know,
think
right?
about it. Let me think about it a little bit. Maybe I can do that. We should. We should do though.
I think
that-
Eric's pooping his pants right now.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think he's Googling.
I'm pulling stuff out.
He's
If I
Googling.
remember correctly, I don't even think all 5 classes are announced. That might have been a little spoiler there. wasn't
That
it?
is a spoiler because you're
Yeah.
right.
Quick.
There are currently only 4 classes in the game.
Mhm.
Or trick question or spoiler.
Trick question,
Ooh.
click games. Yeah, and that's another thing too is some of the artwork, seeing some of this key artwork that these teams do is just phenomenal, man. Just some of the stuff that you guys are going to see coming up. Like all 3 of these games that we're talking about, I just want you guys to see what they're all going to look like and be in 6 months from now. Because that's one thing that we get a chance to see is what's coming up and what we're kind of putting our 2 cents in on what we would like to see them be too. And man, it's something special. Like all these games, Rogue Ascent, Dragon Fist VR, and Monkey do have a lot planned. You're going to see a lot of special stuff. So these games are by no means finished products right now. You're going to see extra stuff coming, and there's lots of big stuff coming from all of them.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Cool.
All right. Cool. All right, so let's give a key away, Todd, because we've been let's give a couple of keys away.
First, I'm going to tease what it is we're giving away. We haven't
that's a
talked
good
about
idea.
that yet. So
That is a great idea.
today we are going to give away a key to Walkabout Mini Golf because today is Thursday and
Aw.
the new Atlantis course dropped this morning.
Oh,
nice.
yeah, that's
For
cool.
I think $3.99 is the new DLC price. It went up by $1. Totally worth it. I played
Hell
about an
yeah.
hour's worth of it today. I'm working on a video on a golf ball hunt video, so stay tuned for that pretty quick. But I'm sure you won't want to watch it right away because it is going to spoil a whole bunch of stuff. But the course is absolutely gorgeous. Like probably my favorite. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was my favorite. This
I
one
love
has beaten it.
20,000 Leagues.
Did you? So
Nice.
you got in and played it, Todd? I haven't even had a
did.
chance to yet. I mean, we've had keys. Unfortunately, we just timing.
We've been so busy. I just jumped in today for an hour.
That's
Well, I
nice.
don't even know. I don't even think it was an hour. I did some golf ball hunting and I played the front 9.
Nice.
But when you're by yourself, it's pretty fast.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's gorgeous, man. Holy crap. They
I think
knocked it out of the park.
I think Dee had said to me too, also that this was she didn't really have a favorite course before, and now she does with this.
Yeah.
Which
It's
that's
awesome.
pretty
It's so
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
We're also going to give
I
away
really
a key to
like
Knock.
Walkabout.
Nice.
Knock, woo!
Tribe,
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
gonna get you on my stream, and you're just gonna make these little sounds for me.
I know, right?
You're just gonna be in like the little corner and just like, yeah.
This is my favorite part of Tribe. I want to hear that. I want to
Tribe
hear
gave me those sounds.
Tribe.
I'm like, Tribe, send me some sounds.
Tribe is like, so you gotta know Neos Tribe,
Yeah.
right? There's
You
really
also
cool
have to
things
know
in Neos.
Skeeva.
Huh?
You
Yeah,
also
right.
need to know Skeeva and Neos.
Everyone knows I love Neos. I'm a big supporter of Neos. The Tribe has these really cool things. He's got like this cool gun that he points up, and it just starts blasting music that has like custom Tribe Grey Wolf songs in it. He's got like dollar bills that spray from his hands with his face on them. Like it's so ridiculous.
I love
Lightsabers
it,
that
man.
make like
Come on.
tribe
Skeeva-
noises when you swing
Skeeva
them.
can put a radio down on the ground. It starts singing "It's Raining Men" and it rains Skevas from the sky.
Oh my god, dude! It rains little baby Skevas.
Little baby Skevas.
And you get to whack them with your umbrella.
Yeah.
You know who else likes to wax Skeeva?
My mom.
She does.
You know she does.
Oh man, she's good at it too.
Okay, we're also going to give away the key to System Critical, great classic game. That's it's a very Metroid kind of a first-person shooter game. It's awesome, and a key to Axe Throwing VR from SideQuest.
Axe? Has anybody done axe throwing VR? I have not actually played that.
I haven't looked at it yet. The videos I've
anybody-
seen, it looks actually pretty good. So
Has anybody gone into these places and done the real axe throwing where you can like? Do
I
they have
have.
places like that
Yeah.
where you guys are?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah. We love
I
it.
actually did it in
Mhm.
Phoenix, where Skeeva is.
Really?
Oh, you went
That's
to an
pretty
axe
cool.
throwing place?
Yeah.
You didn't even invite me.
Yeah, there's a cowboy
dare you.
adventure down there where you go on a horseback ride for an hour
Everyone
and a half.
goes to Phoenix and not talks to Skeeva.
I know.
Shut up. We went to the arcade. We had a great time.
Because
Oh,
you
sorry, I wasn't
also-
supposed to tell anybody.
There was also an
Um,
axe throwing place in the Megamart too,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
really?
At Area
Wow.
15?
Upstairs.
upstairs.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Oh, Area 15 in Las Vegas, Nevada. If anyone is heading over to Las Vegas, don't make the mistake of not going to Area 15, especially this crowd here, right? Everyone here loves VR. And this
Mhm.
place is all like super futuristic, bunches of VR stuff in there. And Omega Mart is like living a video game. It's super wild. So make sure you head over there.
Did you just say
Yeah, I missed it.
living a video game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Mhm.
Living-
It is. It's like being in a video game in real life.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
it.
Roll the
I
clip.
didn't get a chance to do it this next time I go. I think I'm definitely gonna do it. I just missed
Yeah, I
it.
didn't get a chance either. I was dead at CES. Yeah, destroyed
Yeah, that
me.
was the last night we were done.
That's a hard thing to do, right? Because that place is like maybe the size of a football field with multiple stories. It is
Uh-huh.
absolutely massive, but
I was
it's
talking
super
about
cool.
CES.
Well,
Destroying
yeah, when
me.
we were at CES, yeah, Omega Mart, yeah, but CES is also
Yeah.
the biggest thing you've ever
Oh, it's
seen.
insane.
Seen
Yeah,
Ever.
my feet still hurt
Uh-huh.
from CES.
Yeah,
I highly recommend Googling Colorado Kier. It's a foot rub.
Well,
it's
oh
just a
yeah,
rub in general. You can use
It's
it just about
fantastic.
anywhere, right?
I was gonna say
It is-
Todd got
Uh-huh.
a chance to use some of
Colorado
that.
Cure?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
awesome. I didn't get some of that because we couldn't find it, but I did get I did use yours. But then I
poured
found
some on a
different,
plate for Todd, and he went.
yeah, he
in
did.
the
He poured some on a
bedroom.
plate for me. It worked. Like, it was awesome. It worked so good. And I ended up buying a bottle of other stuff and brought it home because it worked just as good too.
nice.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
let's
think-
give away a key to knock first. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Love it. I got to give Knock more of a chance. I
Oh, look
quit
how
on that
quick
game
that
too
wheel
early.
was.
Yeah, that was so fast.
Whoa. What the?
Holy moly!
That's
You
some
didn't,
time.
you didn't even get a chance to put the music on.
I know. I didn't even get a chance to hit the button.
Like
What
what?
the shit?
That was the quickest spin
Awesome.
ever.
It was that
Quickest wheel
awesome,
ever.
awesome Tatum, right?
Yes,
Congratulations.
it was awesome Tatum. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I just blinked
Congratulations,
and it was
awesome
over.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do one more, Todd. Let's give one more key away now, and then we'll finish up the rest at the end.
Spin that thing harder, man.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
see
yeah.
go around,
Spin it.
man.
Yeah. Let's do System Critical.
Vanna White over here. Spin that wheel.
Man, oh, what?
Spin that wheel.
This music's just for Tribe.
We
Love
got
it.
new music.
Very sweet.
Man, the tension on that little slowdown.
I know, right? Kyle Kitchings, congratulations,
intense.
man!
Wow.
Congratulations, another good game given away.
Meow, 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 meow.
So
Good
let's
games, good people.
yeah, let's shift gears a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about CES and your favorite thing because I didn't get them from you guys. And Jasmine, just real quick, just tell us your favorite What was your favorite experience at CES, like tech wise? What did you go in and like? Holy crap, that was like either way better than I thought it was going to be, or like that was an experience that I was like, wow, that was great.
Oh man, can I go last?
Sure, we can have we can have
It's a
Jordan
hard
and Tribe go
question.
first.
I was like in the middle of drinking my protein shake.
You're like, what? Don't ask me questions.
How dare you?
How about you guys, Tribe?
What was the question?
Like, what was your favorite experience? Like, CES was like this was your guys' first CES too. I think it was one of your
Yeah.
first major show, right? So, like, what was your favorite piece of hardware or tech, or something you saw there that was like, wow, this is just amazing, and this was what my favorite of the show.
Oh, I like
Oh, man.
the B haptics, the haptics,
Oh, the
yeah,
haptics,
gloves.
the gloves.
Haptics,
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
get to try them out, but it looks sick. Like it looked like Iron Man type thing,
They were
And then
cool.
just from seeing the monitor, what he was looking at looks sick.
Yeah, haptics was super cool. We actually got a chance. Jasmine and Skeeva and I got a chance to do a special demo they had of like playing Jenga in with those haptics gloves. And Jazz, that was super cool, right?
Yeah, so pretty much like it would be like two people both wearing the haptics gloves, and you could like high five or like shake hands and like hand each other like Jenga blocks and stuff, and you would like be able to feel it in your hands, and it was really cool.
That's cool.
What?
Cool
That's
thing
so
about
cool.
these gloves
Yeah, it was really cool.
is like, so you have the Behaptics gloves, which you feel vibrations when you touch something, but these are way different. These are far more advanced, right? When you hold something, you feel the shape of the object. It like restricts your fingers so you can feel different shapes, but it also has haptics like other things, but it also has skin displacement so you can feel textures on things. You can feel little things like a spider walking on your hand or raindrops or pull on a string and feel its tension and feel what the string actually feels like as it snaps off your fingers. It's some pretty advanced stuff, and I wish it wasn't so expensive, right? And we could just have this stuff for consumers, but this stuff all trickles down. You know what I mean? It's really exciting. Good stuff.
Oh yeah. I think one of my favorite things. So there's two of them. I love the XR Elite. So sick. It's so tiny.
Yeah, the
HTC
HTC,
Vive.
HTC.
that thing
Oh
is awesome.
yeah.
That was nice. Yeah.
But the wow factor for me was the robot that you can control with an Oculus Quest, and you can punch
Hmm.
people.
I didn't do that. What? I missed
I
that.
didn't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So there was so it was in security, and
AVT,
if someone's breaking into your house, there's like this robot that'll go in your closet, and then you can put your Quest on, and you can control the robot, go downstairs and check if
What?
the coast is clear. And if there's
That's
someone there,
cool.
you can punch them. Punch them.
I need
Shut
this
up. That was a
robot.
real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
ADT. It's a big company too. ADT was showing this off. You can lock
That's
yourself
cool.
in like
This
in
would
a
be
safe
How did I
zone.
not do
so
that?
helpful for
Mhm.
like women that live by themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like Ski was saying, you
Telepresence.
lock
Or,
yourself
you
in
know.
a safe
Mhm.
house, and then you can just go John Wick these guys with a robot. If you got
I
enough
wanna
money, you get a
practice
whole little
in
army.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, right. I want to John Wick everybody with a robot. Everybody.
Can monkey doo them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know who likes John's Wick?
My mom.
She's busy. She's so busy.
She's so busy.
So yeah, I know. I think I've said a couple times I had some cool experiences at CES, but I think one of the things, actually, Jazz, let's get to yours real quick. Let's do yours before I get into mine.
Man, it's tough. So I mean, yeah, I love the haptics gloves. I mean, the PSVR 2 demo just like it blew me away. And like I also like Tribe said the Elite X Star, you were just like, this thing's so tiny yet powerful. And then I was like, okay, surely after trying PSVR 2 and the XR Elite, I'm like, I'm good. And then I tried the Pimax Crystal and I was like, oh, this is bloody beautiful. And I was just like, I don't know. This is such a hard question. There's so much good stuff. You know how much I love like hardware and tech. You can't make me
know,
pick.
right?
This is not fair.
You mean the Pimax Crystal?
I don't want to talk to you anymore. Actually, can you give me that? Then we can talk again.
I know. We need to like hang out and play this or do something with it. So
Why
yeah,
did you on the other side of the country?
I know.
Like
We're like on the opposite coast.
Literally the farthest.
I think this is the one that you were actually wearing. I have the one from the show. I don't even want to put this on my head yet. I got to disinfect it and like, Yeah, so they
those from the show.
yeah, so they you know, a lot of these companies, they don't, especially companies that are overseas, and especially something like China, it's very difficult for them to get things back. And they were going to send us one anyway. So they said, well, until we can send you the actual preview models, the real models, but like we'll just send you one so you can start to preview and talk about it. Because there's a lot of people out there that want to know, should they be back in this right now, or should they be, should they look to pre-order this, and I want to put it through its paces other than just doing it at the show. So Pimax was nice enough just to send me one for just to take a look at until we get our, the actual production models, which will be coming soon. So, yeah, I mean, it was weird. This is the way they sent it to me. It was just in a box wrapped in bubble wrap. It wasn't like even in a case or anything. And it was just like this and like the controllers. And the controllers are so damn light. And there's no battery in them. They're all USB-C charge. But man, it's like it doesn't even feel like there's guts inside of them. But I had a pretty good experience at CES with these, and I think you did too, Jazz.
Mhm.
Todd, I know you were super impressed with it. That was your first time seeing it, and Skeeva, I think you too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Tribe, did you get a chance to do the Pimax demo, the Crystal?
Yeah, we both
Yeah,
did. I
we did.
think
Nice.
Miss Grey Wolf almost threw up in the.
Well, they put me in the flight simulator, and
Oh
I
yeah.
have motion sickness, and I think I
Mm.
hit a tree or something, and I was like
Ooh.
going crazy.
She clipped the tree with one of her wings and just started barrel
Yeah,
rolling.
I was like, okay, take me out, take me out.
Oh no.
Too funny.
Oh.
Tribe Great VR's Pride guy says Pimax gave it to the wrong person. Masher probably won't get to it for a month. If I'm gonna tell you right now, with what Impact just found out earlier tonight, it's probably gonna be right.
Yeah, for real.
It's probably gonna be right. But no, I'm gonna try and get to this because I know that I had people like asking me about it. Like I did this PlayStation video, and like people were commenting in the video, like, "Hey, are you gonna can you
Where's
tell
the
us about
crystal
the
video? Yeah.
They're like, "Where's the crystal video?" And somebody was like, "Can you tell us the FOV on the Pimax crystal?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I promise I'll get to it." So this next week coming, I promise I'll do a full video. There's no unboxing because this is like it. I can't do an unboxing. There's no box. Again, they sent it to me in bubble
Nobody
wrap.
cares about the box. Just put it on your face.
But we'll
and let's
do,
see what it
we'll
does.
do a
Yeah.
full thing, and we'll show everything off. And look how freaking big those lenses are, guys. Now, this is not the 8KX 200 degree field of view, thing, right? But Skeeva, I was impressed with the size of the lenses. And like, yeah, Todd,
Beautiful.
show off the 8K lenses. Pull that facial interface right off if you can.
Wait, Eric, do you got cords, or did they give you cords? You just
Yeah, I
said
got 'em.
headset. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got the bag of cords and then like the batteries, because there's like replaceable batteries in these now that go in the back, which is something that's really nice.
Because it can act as a standalone once they enable the XR2 chipset in it.
Yeah. So right here, this thing right here that you see, this area right here, that is an actual battery that pops out that you can replace just
There's
by
the-
pushing this in,
Oh.
and this
Whoa,
whole
look at those
battery
lenses.
pops right out.
Wow.
These are the lenses on the 8KX
Okay.
to give you an
Now
idea.
look at these lenses.
There you go.
These guys, yeah.
Yeah. So let's compare lenses. You can see there's the 8KX and there is the crystal.
And there's Tribes.
There's Tribe. So it is a big difference, okay? But it's not as much as you thought. Like I really thought I was going to be super disappointed in the crystal because you're going from like 200 degree field of view to like what I think it's like 120. I'm thinking
No, I think it's like 140.
140. Yeah,
It's big.
yeah.
Depends on which ones you have in.
Yeah.
Here's what I did think of it. The vertical field of view is much higher than most headsets. So what happens is you don't get the feeling of the barrel effect like you get with like say the Quest 2 or some of those other headsets. So it definitely gives you the sense of a bigger field of view, not quite 200, but pretty damn close, and it feels pretty darn good. And what I like that you don't get, Skeeva, because I know you've tried the 8KX too, you don't get the warping that you get, and that warping effect around the sides that you get with like an 8KX that has that 200 degree field of view.
To me, this was a Vario Aero with a big FOV
Yeah,
and a
the
microphone
quality is-
and speakers.
right,
And
exactly.
speakers, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And half the
So,
price.
I really liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a good headset. I'll put it through its paces. I'll show everybody next week. We'll get everything hooked up. We'll do a nice video on it. Like I said, I can't really do like an unboxing or anything, but we'll just do a playthrough video, and I'll start going through all the parts of it, because there's a ton of people that really want to know about it. And it was one of the things that I came away with pretty impressed. And I had actually seen it at VR days, but it was better now than it was at VR days. The VR days, the demo was terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good as it is now. And then the other thing is the Portal. What did you guys think of the Portal, real quick?
So I didn't bother. I heard so many terrible things. There were so many things to get to. I was like, nope, don't even care.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I
No
was.
comment at this time.
Cricket sound.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, it's just they're not showing enough of it off. I mean, like, to me, they just should have. If they can't do a full demo of it, just hold it. Show the
Yeah.
crystal. You have
Yeah.
stuff to show there. Show the crystal off.
for
Show
sure.
show that, and then wait, and then do the portal when you're closer to being ready.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I don't know. It seemed a little weird to me for that, but
But
I love the idea.
crystal hit it out of the park.
Idea's an awesome idea.
oh
Very
heck yeah,
cool idea. Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Todd, how about you, real quick? I know you've kind of given it before, but let's just hit CES. Give me something that was great for you.
Couple things. The Pimax was just cool because we talked to them outside the show as well a lot, and just to see the progression of the crystal and to actually hold one in my hand was very cool. They were kind enough to send me the 8KX, so I've been using it as a PC VR headset. I'm looking forward to using the crystal as well. The PlayStation VR 2 demo, everybody knows that I waffled on the PlayStation VR 2 for a long time, and since playing it in Sweden and now playing it again in Vegas, my waffling is over. Yeah, it is the next thing in VR for sure. And it just took for me to see it and put it on my face and play it, and it blew my mind.
So Alakazam in chat has a question for Skeeva, and it's probably a good one for Todd as well. Can you wear glasses with the PSVR 2? I myself
Yep.
wore glasses. Did you guys both
Yes.
wear your glasses
Yep.
during those?
Mhm.
I did not.
Worked
but
great
you
with the
can.
eye tracking and all. Yep, and everything. Yep.
Yeah, no issues with the way it fit on your face with the
Nope.
glasses.
It was fantastic. It's even more comfy than the PSVR 1. More room in there for your glasses to
Mhm.
to not be smushed. I will definitely be grabbing a set of Real Optics prescription lenses for mine,
Sure.
just because I'm so spoiled now. I have them for like every headset, and just every time I get a headset, I order them. And because wearing glasses and a headset is fine. Sometimes it's not super comfortable, but what you don't realize is, like, you have to line up the sweet spot of your glasses with the sweet spot of the headset, and sometimes they don't match right, and it wiggles around when you're playing, and it goes off, and you don't realize you're not getting the best picture. When you put on some like Real Optics prescription lenses on there, the clarity level goes through the roof. And the people that don't wear glasses, awesome, but like the first time I put prescription lenses in my headset, it was a game changer. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. But yeah, I did wear my glasses in there, and they felt great.
Yeah, Jazz, are you going to cover PlayStation VR 2 on your channel at all?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to talk about on my channel. We are so busy with Impact that it's been a little bit difficult. I am a single person show on my channel.
I know.
So-
I'm extremely lucky. I have. How many times did I tell you this last 2 weeks that thank God that I do this channel with Todd, because I don't think I could have gotten anything out.
Yeah, everything. It's just me. So it takes me a bit of time. But yeah, I would love to cover the PSVR 2. I mean, I'll say briefly what I think in here, which I said yesterday. To me, everyone's been like, oh my gosh, PSVR 2. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have a PS5, so I don't really care. And then I tried the PSVR 2, and I wasn't even caring to try the demo, because I was like, why would I even try this if I know that I'm not going to get it?
Mm-hmm.
But then there was a demo slot, and I was like, all right, fine. Everyone's going crazy about it. I'll go try it. And then I tried it, and I was like, oh, shoot. Now I need to go buy a PS5.
Oh, no. Now I got more work
like,
to do.
I was like, gosh darn it, why are you so good? And it was all the headsets that are coming out now, they're all good. Like I said, HTC, Pimax, and PSVR 2, and Quest 3, whenever that comes out, everyone's Pico, everyone's stepping up their game. It is not a hardware competition anymore. All the hardware is good, which is fantastic, but it's about the content right now. And that demo on the PSVR 2, I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? And I was like, what have I been playing this whole time then? Like
I know.
all the games, like there's a lot of great games in VR right now, but I was just like, dang, you can tell when like, it's PlayStation that is making these games. It's crazy. So yeah, that's my thoughts. There you go.
Yeah.
It's good, right? With 30 launch titles coming out, or 30 plus launch titles, I think they keep adding more. Like the amount of content that's going to be available from day one is going to be fantastic, and a lot of it's new. It's not like they're just
Yeah.
rehashing Quest stuff and putting it on the PlayStation Store. It's all going to be banger titles.
Yeah,
And
which
they're
is
just-
great.
Except for what the bat.
And
They're
spectacular.
slightly hinting that
is
they're gonna
Garden of the Sea going to be a PlayStation VR 2 title?
Ooh.
I hope not.
We're gonna
maybe.
talk about Garden of the Sea in a
There
minute.
might be a market for it.
This is an excellent question that Tasselhoff just put in chat, and I'll let all you guys answer it as well because you guys got a chance to try all these. Well, except for one. Question for all with a $5 super chat from Tasselhoff: Quest Pro versus HTC XR Elite versus Pimax Crystal. Any worth buying, or wait for Quest 3 and save money now and later? Jasmine, you go first.
Why me? Why is it
Okay.
always me?
Okay, try. You go first. Jasmine's like always pick on
I
me
have,
last.
to, I have to think. I'm not,
I have to think.
when you ask me about hardware stuff, you can't just like,
I know.
come
I
on,
know.
Jasmine, tell us now.
Welcome to the show, Jasmine.
This is the way these things work. All right, Tribe, you get to be the one that goes first then.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Pimax Crystal, number 1. Number 2, XR Elite, and Quest
Wow.
Pro. I don't even see it. Where's it at?
Yeah, that's just the
No.
thing. I mean, it's tough to say the Quest Pro now because we haven't tried. We don't know what the Quest Pro is yet, so it's tough to
Quest 3.
say that. Or
We
Quest
have
3, I
Quest
mean,
Pros in our
yeah,
house.
yeah.
But Tribe, what's the headset that you keep talking about that really blew you away?
The Pico 4.
Yeah.
I did a demo in Skeeva's
Hotel
in
room.
Really?
Skeeva's hotel room, and I was
Really?
like, "What? I need it."
Were you guys
Why?
both naked? Were you
It
guys
is
both
good.
naked?
This.
Were you guys both naked? Or were you wearing clothes?
Both naked playing on a
No, I
Pico?
was there too. They were wearing
It's got
clothes.
pass through. It's got color pass through.
You know
It
who
is
likes
not depth
Skeeva's
correct.
Pico?
It's definitely not. Objects may appear big, larger than they really are.
Thank God.
Yeah, but the Pico 4, I'm just bit. I need it.
So
I mean,
if
I would
you
only
had,
play.
would you pick a
PS.
Pico 4 over your Quest 3 or Quest 2?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Someone else from CES came over to our house just recently, a few days
Yeah,
ago,
just the other day.
and he also brought a Pico 4, and I was like, "Dang it, I need it."
Yeah.
I'm not even at CES with the CES hype. I'm home and comfortable, and I still need it.
It was
Need it.
nice.
It was so good.
Uh-huh.
But don't get me wrong, I would still play my Quest 2 games, but I would fully do the wirelessness of the Pico 4 with my PC games. That'd be sick.
Right,
It'd be super
right.
light, super sick optics.
So Skeeva, let me go to
Super
you
nice.
because I know you've tried all these headsets and you have some of them. The Quest Pro, Pico 4, HD XR Elite, or the Pimax Crystal. If you're going to
So-
choose one, what would you go with right
I
now?
know what he's gonna pick.
I do too.
HTC Vive XR Elite. That headset is so ridiculous. So let me start off by saying this isn't a totally fair comparison because all of these headsets offer different things. The Quest Pro has the best controllers by far.
Yeah.
It has great, it has pretty good optics. It has eye tracking and face tracking, right? And the by default, the Vive XR Elite does not have those things, but there is an add-on module for eye and face tracking that you can put on the XR Elite. But I will tell you that how extremely thin and light the XR Elite is just blew my mind, man. It just completely blew me away. I got to try it in a number of different ways. I played standalone titles on it, which worked great. I played full color mixed reality games on it, which were absolutely mind blowing. The
Yeah, they were.
pass through on the Vive XR Elite is the best I've seen. Period. There's nothing else.
And we didn't even have the depth chip on. The
Right.
depth chip was off
Yeah.
when
It's
in
gonna
our
get
demos.
better. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
which is
that's
already the
true.
best is gonna get better. That blows my mind.
Yeah, I
Right,
agree
so
with that
there's that.
sentiment exactly. And I think Todd, I think you did too. And we've tried pass through on Quest Pro, Pico 4, and then now on HTC. And I think
It's the
for
Quest
me,
Pro
and
Pico
Jasmine
4 baby.
was this the same for you? Did you
Mhm.
think that pass through was the best of all of them?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good pass through, but at the same time, I was very distracted by the Yuki demo. I was like so into it,
It was
so
so
I
good. I did
had
that one too.
had a tough time like paying attention. But yeah, from what I remember, I had fun. I had a blast.
I really
That was
made sure I tried to look around. I looked at my
Yeah, I was
phone to see if
distracted.
I could read my phone and reply to texts, and I could, and it
Yeah.
looked phenomenal. But so there's not just that, right? There's also the fact that this thing has diopters. So if you are wearing glasses, if you are within a certain prescription range, you don't need your glasses in there. You set the diopters and you're good to go. It has nice pancake lenses. They're not as big as the Quest Pros or even the Pico 4s, but they look great. And this thing has hot swappable batteries. Not so the Focus 3 claimed that as well. You could pull it out, put in a new one, but the headset would die when you pulled it out. This thing, you can pull out the battery and the headset goes on because there is a battery inside of the front headset too. So you can do that. And then you can pull the back off. You can put on glasses, like little glasses bands, and you can wear this thing as like glasses and it turns into a flow. And you
I
can like
know.
connect your phone to it. You can plug it into USB-C. You can like play with your phone apps, watch Netflix in there, like all of these cool things. It is like overall, it just has so many amazing features. Oh, and the PC VR streaming is so they turned on an ultra feature, which is in beta for the Vive desktop streaming. And it was the clearest compression-free, compression-less looking PC VR streaming that I've seen in a headset so far, hands down. So this thing is like, it may not have every little thing from every other headset, but it's this combination of all of these crazy things and all of these different ways to use this headset that I think is going to be really impactful for people that don't want big bulky headsets on. Businesses, this is going to change things in business. Traveling. I wear my Quest when I travel all the time on the plane,
That's true.
all the time, and this is going to be a dream to use on a plane. There's just so many amazing things. This is
Even
this
in
is probably
glasses
the headset
mode,
I'm
right?
most excited for, right next to the PSVR 2, and I'm like really excited for that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is good. They knocked out. I even at our party, I went to Alvin Grayling. I've always wanted to meet this guy. Like I'm such a little fanboy, right? I think he's so cool. But I said to him, I even said like, dude, I haven't been excited for anything HTC's done since the original Vive. But man, you knocked it out of the park with the XR Elite. So for real.
That's true. I changed my answer to that too.
I tried to always go back and forth. Like, yeah, okay, wait a minute.
That's
Seriously though, man, I'm with you on this headset. This headset blew me away, and I've been very
Yeah.
critical as well of HTC for a long time for getting this close and then completely falling on their face. But when they do something amazing, I have to come up and say so. And it was freaking great, man. This headset is great. The only downside to me, and then I'll let Jasmine go and say what she needs to say about this too. But to me, it's almost. I just wish they would have waited for the next XR chip. Like
Mhm.
if they had waited and put the next XR2 chip in there, the next gen that we're going to see in the Quest 3 in that's where I think it just falls a little bit. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think if it was there, it'd be a no-brainer for everybody to go
Well,
get
We
it.
see an
what way?
XR2 by the end of 2023.
Like, what were you experiencing that was like subpar with the current gen?
No, nothing. I just think this for standalone, I think we'll be able to see a little bit more, for in fidelity wise. Like I think we're going to take a graphical leap when we go to that next chip that we haven't seen yet, or it'll be easier. So some of the games, like we've seen it in some games, like Red Matter 2 is amazing looking in the headset. And for that to be a standalone game and look that good is just it's an anomaly. Most games don't. But what I think will happen is the developers who can't do those things or they don't have the capacity to make a Red Matter type of game will have an easier job of getting to it when it has more power to do so. It'll be easier to optimize, so the tools will be a little bit better for these developers to make it. And that's where I'm hoping that we see our next leap, just like we're seeing the leap with PlayStation now. So All right, Jazz.
Yeah.
Tell us, what do you think of those three? I mean, like, would you tell somebody to wait for Quest 3 right now, or would you say go Quest Pro or HTC or
So
Crystal?
tough. You know, as much as I love the Quest Pro for very selfish reasons, I would say wait because there's so many headsets that's coming out, and I just like I feel like we all should be waiting and see what's coming out. Um, I thought that so I thought that the PSVR 2 was like again, it's all about for me, it's all about the content, also that rumble thing on the forehead. I thought it would give me a headache. It was pretty freaking cool. So like for me, the attraction to the PSVR 2 isn't necessarily like the headset itself, because to me it kind of felt like bulky still, right? Especially after you try like the XR Elite. But it's really like the level of like the quality of the games of that demo that I got to try was like if every single game that they come out with is even like close to this, then oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be playing games nonstop. This is great. So that's how I felt about that. The Pimax though, like my eyes, I was just like, whoa, that's like no wonder you're called the crystal. It's like shining, glittering, splendid. And so it was like, but at the same time, I have no experience like with Pimax basically. I don't know what their like ecosystem of games looks like. Like if I buy this, am I going to be able to get the things that I want to do in here or not? And like, is it going to work like consistently? Because I've heard some things and I just don't know. And so for that reason, I'm a little bit like hesitant. Also, the headset's huge. Like I'm not a big person, so like it's extra big on me. And then I think about the XR Elite, and yeah, like as Skeeva said, it does have all these amazing things, like just like a lot of like very innovative things that has happened to it, and I think it's like fantastic. But for me, the one thing that was like a little bit off was because this is the stupidest thing. It's gonna sound so dumb the second it comes out of my mouth, but because it was so lightweight, it was like a little bit shaky when I was using it. And so I don't know if I just didn't tighten it properly or like, if it was me issue, because it kind of kept drooping down on my head. So like, it could have been me not putting it on right. There was a lot of people, but I'm not sure if it's going to be like super stable for me, but I need to try it more. HTC, if you're watching. But the thing I think is really interesting about HTC is that, like, if everyone remembers, they had Viveport. Do you not remember this? Like, Viveport is like a subscription, and then you get access to a bazillion games. Like, that is going to make them really stand out. Yeah, like that's a huge deal. There's no other like company here that we're seeing that has the same like one fee that you get access to a bunch of games. And so like don't put HTC on the back burner by any means.
That's a great point.
And then with the Pico, like I think the Pico 4 is really good, but again, same thing is like, do they have enough content? Like that is my concern. So like, yes, well, it's easy to say things like, oh, well, the Quest 2 is so outdated, obviously, but like the Quest and the Meta Quest platform has the biggest lineup of games. So like, if you want to play like all the games that everyone's talking about, and you're going after all these other headsets, and you might not have access to all these other games. So it's just like, it's hard. This is why I'm like, make me go last, because I have way too many thoughts to be going first.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. And that was a great point that you took the time to think about Viveport, because it is a big deal. I mean, for $7 a month, I mean, I've seen sales. You can get between $7 and $8 a month or whatever. It is basically thousands and thousands of VR games. Like I don't even know what the number is anymore. I think it's like 4,000 VR games, something like that. I mean, not all of them are like the best games in the world, but just having access to that many games is insane. I mean, if you got that, if you're a first-time VR user, for $7 or $8 a month, you're getting access to thousands of games. That's crazy.
Well, out of the 5 of us here, or 6 of us here, who has a subscription to Viveport?
No, that's not fair though, because but I used to have one.
Yeah, same.
But now I have every
used to
game.
have one.
Like I have so many games in my library. What would I even need that for? For your average person,
I still pay for it because I want to support them.
I know.
Awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
Todd.
I just don't cancel. I could cancel, but I just don't.
I could, but forget it. It's such a good service, and it needs to be out there for the masses of people to take advantage of.
Can I add one more thing to the Vive XR Elite pile of awesomeness?
Yes.
So a lot of people say, oh man, the Quest's $400. The Vive XR Elite is $1,099. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but I got to tell you, right? If you're talking about $600 to $700 extra, with Vive's data collection policies, I would pay double that for this headset and not have them use my data and take what makes me me. It is so for me, I would pay to unsubsidize my Quest and pay full price plus whatever else they want to charge me for them to not take my bio data. Right? That is so important to me, that my data for me is far worth $700. So I think that is a huge plus. It's a big plus for companies, for people that care about their privacy and their bio data. It's not just your data. It's not like, what are you clicking on? It's where are you looking? What are you spending time doing? What are you like, all of this stuff, your movements that can positively identify you within seconds. Like, this stuff is important. It's important, and people don't realize how important it is until someone uses it in a really bad way, right? So for me, this is ultra, ultra important, and it's just another thing to pile on top of the awesome that is the XR Elite.
Agreed. Well said. Very well said. It's a big deal, man. And a lot of people were down on Meta for a long time. You know what I mean about this. You know, and they've gotten better with not having to have the Facebook login anymore. But you know, it's still a big deal, and there's a lot of people out there that don't want it. So when you can get away from it, it is a big deal, and that's why a lot of people wanted Pico. Right? A lot of people wanted to go to Pico, but then Pico has its own baggage with ByteDance. So
Yeah.
you know, you're jumping from one fire to the next. So yeah, it's a super good point.
I'm like,
All right.
I'm on every social media platform. My data is so mined.
It's gone.
I'm screwed. Like,
It's
me
gone.
going from one headset to another is not going to make a difference. I'm like, on
Yeah,
TikTok.
but that's a terrible way to look at anything. That's like saying murder happens all the time. Why can't I just go outside and kill someone?
I don't think
just
this
it's a very
that's a
forced
very
view.
exaggerated comparison to compare.
No,
Those are on
it's
the
just a
same
different
wavelength.
level. It's not exaggerated, just a different level.
Mm.
2 wrongs don't make a right, 5 wrongs don't make a right. And when someone comes along and does something right, I'm going to recognize it and I'm going to support that company.
I'm gonna say one thing though, like, okay, so
That's
I
true.
understand that, like, yes, information and privacy and data is really important, but a lot of people don't want to pay for stuff. And so, like, what do you do? There's like no, like, if every single platform, if Twitter, I mean, of course you're paying for Twitter Blue, but that's you specifically. But if like Twitter and YouTube and every single platform was like, you can't watch anything or do anything for free and everyone has to pay, people are going to be pissed. Like, you just can't do that. And so, like, I
But you
agree to an extent, but at the same time, like, that's just like, that's where we're at. And like, how do we change that? I don't know.
I can
but
tell you how.
it's a complicated topic.
I will tell you. It's not
Tell 'em,
complicated.
Skeeva.
You simply do not take part and give the companies money that you don't agree with. If everyone stopped buying the thing they don't agree with, that company would go out of business. It is required for them to make money to survive. And if people didn't pony up with their money, it would go out of business. They would have to change their policies. People just don't want to be inconvenienced, and that's just too inconvenient for me. So, you know what? I'm going to support
Some
the
people
companies
also
that,
don't have the money though. Like, you can't just say
right.
that. Not
So
everyone
don't
has
buy
the
it.
money
So
to
if
afford
everyone
things.
didn't buy it, then it would be
Yeah,
over.
like
That would be it.
Google. So if you don't want your data mined, then you don't use Google.
Right.
That? Yeah.
I
Okay.
use DuckDuckGo as much as possible.
To me, it was a trade-off. It was a trade-off where I said I needed to support Meta or Facebook because we all wanted inexpensive VR, and if that meant that I had to give up some of my data, I was willing to do it to get to where we need to be. Now, does that mean we need to?
Complicated topic.
It is. It seriously is.
And
Does that
there's
mean we have to?
different- yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, we don't have to
different sides of it, and it's
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree 100%. And like I said, you know, early on, I just said, you know what, if I need to sacrifice it for now to help, you know, where I want to be in VR and virtual reality and where to get it where it needs to be, I was willing to do that, but it doesn't mean we always have to be willing to do that. So I think
exactly.
things can change, and I think they will. You know, with definitely with more platforms getting involved. So, you know, I think we took the right path, or took a path that we needed to take. And then now we can kind of deviate from that path and maybe hopefully get
Pivot.
back to some.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to get to a point where like our data is all super safe.
Agreed. All right, let's
Yeah.
start to wrap this thing up a little bit. I do want to talk about one thing. We have a community member of ours. He's been in a lot of these different communities, and he has kind of fallen on some tough times. And I want to put this out there. Barebow man, he's in chat right now. He is going through some medical issues right now. He needs a surgery basically to almost pretty much save his life. This is a surgery that he has been having to go through for quite some time. He has gone through the process of doing the surgery 3 different times, gotten almost to the end of the process that he needs to go through to get to the surgery, and he's been denied the surgery 3 different times. He was ready to get this thing done, and then he, because, he's doing well and with his new job, he's going up in a tax bracket. Now he's lost his insurance. He's going to lose his insurance. The insurance that he could get before from the government would cover this surgery. The one now that he loses and he can go to a different insurance will not cover that surgery. So, it's a difficult thing. The surgery is going to cost about $20,000. The surgery would definitely save his life. And then it would also, make him more comfortable for the rest of his life with what he's going through. And this is an extremely difficult thing. And, I just couldn't imagine being put in a situation where that you could possibly not get through it. And, when you think you're close and you think you're ready to have something done, when we're talking about infinite things like life and family and, these things just hit home so hard. And I don't know what I would do. I was talking to him and I'm like, you always want to say, hey, man, I understand. I know what you're going through. I don't know what he's going through. I don't think anybody
Right.
really does. There may be a couple people out there that have had similar issues, but it's tough for me to say I know what you're going through. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, if it was me or if it was his wife or his family, going through something like that and feeling helpless, to the point where you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn, and I would never want to see anybody go through this, especially a community member of ours who has done so much. This person has been a volunteer moderator in my Facebook group and myself and Todd's Facebook group for over 2 years, sacrificing his time to help create a safe community where everybody can talk virtual reality. He has been a integral person in a lot of our chats and live streams, donating things where he can here and there. So let's all try and support him when you can. There is a link at the bottom of the screen going across right now. If we can also, I see
It's
Todd put it in the chat. This is a GoFundMe that was set up by Baribo's wife for him. If you guys can do anything, let's show him that the community cares. He's expressed to me several times this week that it's just been difficult for him to have a positive attitude. And, I'm sure when you're going through some of these things, you don't think people care. You think life's unfair. And, sometimes you just want it to be over. And show him that it's not over. Show him that we care. Show him that we're a community that sticks together and helps each other. And do what you can. Do what you can. Don't, nobody go and hurt themselves to do anything. But if you can do something, please help and do it. And that's what I will do. And I'm sure that's what everybody will do here. And let's just all show him that we all care. And if anybody else wants to say anything, please speak up.
He's been a big part of our community, and some things that you may not even know. Like he does voiceover work for some games that are in beta right now. His YouTube channel is hilarious because he has all these crazy voices and he acts out all these crazy adventures that he does. It's so much fun
That's
to watch.
cool.
Yeah,
Super good, super talented. Yeah, I wish we had to roll the clip, Todd.
yeah.
Roll the clip.
He does some really good voiceover work. Yeah, it's amazing. And that's another thing too, is if you can't help monetarily, and not everybody can, and we understand that, it's no big deal. Just share the link. Share the link to to somewhere else. This was shared, which I didn't even realize. Wes from Virtual Strangers let me know that he saw this. It was shared by Blair Renaud, the developer of Lo-Fi, on his Twitter. I'm pretty sure
dang.
that Baribo doesn't know Blair, and I would assume they don't know each other. But you know what? They're both members of the VR community. One's a developer, one's a part of the community in a different way. But I mean, that's pretty amazing when we can have crossover like that. So
I can't imagine being that frustrated that you are working your ass off to better yourself, to get a promotion, to get better off in your job, to get a raise, only to get your healthcare taken away. Like, I don't live in the States. Everybody knows that. I don't
Yeah.
understand this whole healthcare system you guys have down there.
It's
It's just
messed
up
up here.
up.
This never happens. Like
it's crazy.
his surgery would be done next week. Like I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
we're not saying either that like he all of a sudden he makes $1 million either. He's probably
No.
a middle just breaking middle class, but that level to where you don't get help anymore is so low that most of us can't afford it. You know what I mean? And just the system's so out of whack. It just when you see these things, you realize how out of whack our system is, and
Yeah, it's
it
crazy.
just needs to be fixed.
Hang in there, Bearbo man.
Hell
Yep.
yeah, man.
Love.
Barbo, if you're out there in chat, we all love you, man. I know it's got to be extremely difficult. Just hang in there. Hang in there. We'll we'll keep going with this, and we'll do what we can say. Brandon Egoff from Click Games said just donated. You got this, man. Thank you,
Awesome.
Brandon. You're awesome. We appreciate it. And I think what we're gonna do, Todd, Wes had a great idea, and I was thinking of the same thing. We're gonna do a charity stream. We'll put together another 12-hour stream within the next couple of weeks. Before we have to go away to South by Southwest, and we'll do it, man. We'll get 12 hours in a headset. Maybe we can get Todd either in the headset or give him outside like he was doing last time and emceeing it. But we'll do that, and we'll do it all about Barabo and see if we can get this thing pushed up for him.
Cool. Throwing some
Okay.
poo for Bear
That's it, man. We'll
Throwing
throw some
poo
shit
for
around.
Barabo. That's a great
We'll
idea.
try and make Barabo laugh a little bit, and we'll throw some shit around at each other. Okay, so let's do this. Let me say, let's finish up on Impact Reality and say a little bit about what we're working on now, guys. And there's going to be some people watching this afterwards. Jasmine, Skeeva, let's talk to anybody who's out there who is a developer or a company or anybody looking to to bring themselves to the next level. How they do that. Impact Reality is a company that maybe we can help them. Tell them right now if they're watching what they can expect from Impact.
Go
So,
for it, Skeeva.
so if you need help getting seen, PR, marketing, social media, getting to different platforms, presence in the metaverse of any kind, if you need just a way to build a community for your game to be seen, then please come join Impact. We'd love to have you. We only take on really good games, so make sure you get your shit together. But, we'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Jasmine?
Yeah. And also if you have a game, it's really nice to get a fresh set of eyes, especially from people that are so passionate about the VR industry, just to give you a way, how do you talk about your game? How do you actually tell people? It's so hard to communicate VR to people. And so there's a really fine way to do it. And we would love to help all these hardworking game devs get their game in front of the right people, in front of the right platforms, and really let's make VR great and get all the great games in front of all the great people.
Heck yeah, I love it. If everybody would do us a favor right now, we have a whole bunch of people watching. Do us a favor right now. We're going to put the Impact Twitter in chat. Help us build our Twitter because, again, we're a new company, so it's a brand new Twitter. We need some help. Go and join and follow our Twitter. We would really appreciate it. It's twitter.com, ImpactReality/ImpactRealityXR. Go check it out. Check us out, and then keep pushing us out as much as you can. And we want to help as many people as we can. That's again, it's all about trying to help developers get seen, get runway, get companies to help them merchandise what they're trying to sell or what they're trying to show to people, and pretty much anything else. I mean, we have a lot of stuff that we're looking to get into, and we haven't even gotten into some of the metaverse world building that we would like to tackle too. So if you're somebody out there that would like to have a presence in the metaverse and build some type of world, we'd like to do that too.
Oh man, this chat is just cracking me up right now. As I said, love the photo of Jazz with two giants on the website.
Yeah.
Someone else said companies fail on not testing enough. Exactly right. And if you're working on something and you're focused on it by yourself or with your team all the time, it's hard to really get a good perspective on what's going on. And then Aries said other socials. Yes, we're also on LinkedIn and on YouTube. We will be posting that beautiful video that you saw of our CES
Woo!
party from the from the magical Gray Wolves. That's going to be posted on our YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and I think we've done such a good job on that party that I think that might be something we might have to start doing too. Is
Yeah, right.
if
Party!
you're a company, and you'd like to have a presence at some of these events, hit us up.
And you
Let us
want to
know.
meet all the cool VR people, we can invite them.
We've done it before.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Jordan, Tribe, what's going on with you guys? What do you got coming up? You guys still got footage from CES you're putting out, or what's going on?
It's footage. Whoa! Whoa!
Nice.
So we
I
got
need a
footage
Todd.
that we're
I need a
still.
Todd. That's so great.
I know, right?
We got footage we're still trying to put out, and then we're getting flown out to
Berkeley.
Berkeley to the
Really?
HTC headquarters, or
Berkeley, California.
Uh huh.
When?
Then
I'll drive, see you. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not invited, but I'm here.
where are you?
I'm close enough. I'm like in 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Oh,
Nice.
Not far at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
And then what? Oh, we're preparing for AWE.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then what?
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I think AWE is going to be another place where I think a lot of people we're going to, we're going to see some people at South by Southwest coming up soon. We're going to see some people at GDC, but I think, where you see a lot of those people that you saw in that video, I think that's probably AWE is probably the next we'll see a lot of that huge group of people.
I think so. Yeah, it's going to be a big party there. I think.
Yeah.
Yep, for
Let's
sure.
do it all again. Another
Skeeva, what do you
party.
guys got coming up tomorrow on Between Realities?
I can't wait.
So
Keeping out of
tomorrow,
work to
Between
watch it.
realities, we have Jeff Rayner, who is the CEO and founder of MXT Mixed Reality. They have some cool games. They also have made hundreds of experiences for enterprise and corporate training, and everything from Mars stuff to
Crazy.
to games like almost like The Climb, which you've probably heard of, like Adventure Climb VR is super good. He's at most of the expos we go to, and I'm
he's
excited
always
to have
around.
him on.
He does some good work with kids with autism too. That's it's amazing what his company does. They do all kinds of stuff.
I can't
Me
wait.
too.
I can't wait to watch this episode. Because usually I'm drunk when I'm talking to Jeff, and I have no idea what he does. Usually it's him bringing over usually it's him bringing a drink and putting a drink in my hand. So I don't.
Yeah.
And usually by the time we start talking about what he does, I don't remember any of it. So.
Right.
Hey, Bothia just stopped in the chat. He says, "Really hoping I can make it to Awe." Hell yeah,
That's
man,
awesome.
that would be
Yeah.
awesome. We got a chance to hang out with Bothia in Utah, right, for the Val event. That was a lot of fun.
event.
Heck
It
yeah.
was great meeting great meeting him there, and
It
it
was
super
good
cool.
meeting you, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Awe's going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot of great people out there. I cannot wait to see everybody.
AWE is the pinnacle of all of these things for me. It's the number one. CES is awesome. There's lots of cool stuff, but every single thing, every person that you see there is relevant to VR, XR, AR. It's Disney World for me. It really is. I can't wait. I am so stoked.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I just
I
saw
lived different
a
time.
Arcanian in chat just said it just struck me that Tribe Grey Wolf are the Dr. Disrespect of VR.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's my favorite streamer.
Oh, I do like some Dr. Disrespect for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. He's funny as hell.
That's awesome.
I like to
That's a
lose.
good compliment.
Yeah. I like to. And whenever I go on my rants, I kind of think I'm like a little bit, get a little doc in me. You know who else likes a little doc in him?
Get him out of the arena.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, too funny. Todd, what do we got coming for Q2C VR Gamer?
We got a new thing that's dropping on Monday that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to try and do it weekly, maybe even bi-weekly. It's little adventures in Minecraft, but it's
That's
Questcraft
cool.
because it's Minecraft in VR and it's fucking
Oh,
so cool.
cute.
I had so much fun. So we're gonna at the end of every video, there's kind of like a choose your own adventure where you'll get to decide what I do next on the next video. So watch the video on
That's
Monday
cool.
and tell me what it is you want me to do.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
hey, Bothia said it was just so meeting us. He's like, yeah, it was. He said it was so meeting you guys. Like, yeah, you were okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I think you meant to say you was so awesome, so awesome.
Of course
Hey
you did.
Todd, did you see that you can catch Pokemon in Minecraft VR?
No, I hadn't tried that.
Oh,
Hell
you need
yeah.
to try it.
No. That's cool.
Oh man, now you got to do it. Now you got to do it.
Which version
So-
are you using, Todd?
I'm using the Microsoft's Bedrock version
Oh, okay, cool.
with the new Questcraft has been out for a long time. I did videos on it in the past. It worked great, and then version 46, I think, of the Quest update screwed it all up, and it didn't work anymore. So they just released last week, I think, maybe even
new
at the
one?
beginning of this week, an updated version that they've now collaborated with Vivecraft.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, wow.
The
So it's like a
menus
combo.
have changed. A ton of it has changed, and it is so much better than it was before, and so much easier to use. And yeah, I had so much fun
That's
relearning how to
exciting.
craft stuff.
Heck yeah. Minecraft. All right, let's go.
Let's do it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got a couple things to do next week too. I got these babies I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little, I got to open them up and do them. These are the Bobo VR
Yeah, right.
headphones. I'm going to check those out. They look pretty cool. And then I have,
Oh, yeah.
I have these guys by Antlion. These, this new
Oh, I have
Chimera
not seen
Duo.
that yet. No.
Yeah, they sent these
What
to
is
me. So.
this?
Look at my head.
What?
Oh, is that what you're wearing? You're wearing the Chimera? That, and
I'm
you,
not
which-
wearing
yeah,
my
you're not
headset.
using. You're using your mic though, right? You're not using this mic.
I'm using my regular podcast
Yeah,
mic,
yeah.
but I am using the Chimera. These are in-ear monitors from
And they
Antlion.
sound really good, right?
and they sound great.
I
I'm
love
not
my
used
Ant-
to earbuds, and I don't think I have the right size thing. So you might have seen me adjust them quite a bit throughout
Yeah.
this episode, but
Ooh.
I don't think I have the right size earpiece thingies in there. But you sound great. I have so much more freedom because I don't have the giant headphones on,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna put them through their paces. And I'll do a video, but not for a couple weeks.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. It looks pretty cool. We're gonna do those, and then we'll have some crystal stuff coming too. So, all right. I do want to say one thing. Anybody else anybody who won something from the giveaway that we did a few weeks ago, we're shipped. Everything is shipped. Todd, did you ship anything on everything on
I
your end?
have, I think, one more thing to ship because I couldn't find it, but I found it yesterday. So
Everything is officially shipped on my end. I shipped the last one out today. Everybody is gone. You should see if you haven't seen your stuff yet, you should see it. I would say probably by this time, or at least by this time next week. So
for
glad
those of
everybody
you
got a
that are
chance
getting
to get
stuff
it.
from me, remember it's coming from Canada, so I have no idea when you're getting.
It's coming on like a back of a camel from Canada. Actually, is there camels in Canada? I don't think so.
No,
How
just
about like
polar
a,
bears and moose.
yeah,
No,
polar
it's a
bear.
Yeti. It's a Yeti.
A
So
Yeti.
with woolly
Exactly.
mammoth.
Yeah,
Too
Yetis.
funny. All right, too funny. All right, that is going to do it for us tonight, guys. I think we hit everything really well. Thank you, Jasmine, for coming on. We appreciate it. We know you're super busy. Skeeva, thanks for coming on, man. You're always the best. And guys, thank you for the video. Tribe, Jordan, thank you for doing everything you did in that amazing video. I know everybody's asking me about Garden of the Sea. I'm good. I was going to do Garden of the Sea, but we went a little bit longer than we. I will say this. I played Garden of the Sea. I have put 4 hours into Garden of the Sea. 4 hours. I want to make sure I played enough of this. I have it recorded. I will drop a video of me going through and calling it not Garbage of the Sea. I've changed it to Rubbish of the Sea.
Oh,
Because it's not quite garbage.
It's not quite garbage.
It's this. I will say this.
Ooh, ooh.
This game. I understand why people like this game. I do get it. Like I see, this isn't what the bat. Like this is a game I can understand getting in there and trying and having a good time. And it is very much, to me, it seems very much Animal Crossing type of game. I get it. It's just I got in there and I'm like, what do I got to go do now? I got to go figure this out, to build this, to get that, to plant this. And I'm like, I
It's
don't
just not
want to
your
do
game.
this. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
boring, man. This is boring. I sat there going, what in the other shit? Like, I don't want to grow anything. I don't want to have to dig it up. I don't want to have to like
It's
cut
called
wood.
Garden of the Sea. It's a garden simulator in the sea. What did you expect?
What the hell did you
This is
expect?
exactly what it's supposed to be.
It's-
You need to set your expectations if you play a
I
game called
know.
Garden of the See.
It is, and I can't. I'm not killing. I don't want to kill the game because it's actually a good. It looks like shit, but it's actually a pretty good game. I mean, 'cause I can see where people would want to play it and have fun with it. You know what I mean? I get why people like Betty loves this game, right? And Jasmine, you say you love this game. Betty loves
Yeah, I
streaming
would
this
say I
game.
love it, but I like, it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
Yeah, you
rubbish.
love it.
yeah. No, it's just not.
I mean,
I just
okay,
can't get
inside,
into
deep
it.
down inside, I am like a grandparent, and I'm just like, I just want to garden in my little like island by the sea. Like, where's my little like sunflower seeds? Oh, look how beautiful they've grown. My
I love
children.
this. I love it. Daniel Cass says we need a jazz rant against the mash rant. And
Oh
we'll just,
my
Ooh.
we could make that a weekly thing. We just get on here and we'll rant against each other. I love this idea.
Oh
This is gonna be
man.
special. But yeah, I can see why people enjoy this game. I understand it. Like Jenna Sequa is a huge fan of this game. I think maybe Bluebell or somebody else had said they
Bluebell
were
is,
a
yeah.
huge fan. I get it. I can see. To me, it's a complete time waste. There's so many more things I'd rather do in VR. It's like I'd rather go. Like I played
But that doesn't
Bendy and
make it a
the
bad
Ink.
game,
I
it
played
just makes it
Bendy
a
and the
game
Ink
not for
Machine
you.
modded into VR. Bendy and the Ink Machine modded into VR. Holy crap!
Ink
This game looks
Machine?
amazing. Yeah, it's
Machine?
a flat game. It's like a 4-year-old flat game. But Dr. Beef or Team Beef made it into a VR mod. Super easy to mod it. It's so good. I had such a blast in it. Like I couldn't even imagine ever going back in the Garden of the Sea when I can go do something like that, or I can go do Half-Life. Half-Life 2 is about to drop episode 1 of Half-Life 2. Why would I ever do Garden of the Sea if I could go do that? Right?
To relax.
All right. It's not
Again,
garbage.
it's just not your game.
To
You're gonna
like
lose the argument
stress
anytime,
from
man.
life. Like, I don't know. Why would I want to go into a game and be stressed when I'm already stressed normally? It's just logic.
Emotional damage.
I would do this. We should get in. We should get in and play like something like that co-op. Like I'll go into a cooking game with you and hang out if you'll come in the after the fall with me.
I'd probably like throw up.
All the blood after after one of the
Oh,
hordes,
I
after
would
you kill one of the
actually
hordes.
not actually throw up, but like I would feel it in my heart.
Oh,
Where
man,
vomit
you
comes
gotta do
from is your heart.
Yeah, right. That's what the vomit comes from.
Isn't that from everybody? Isn't that from everybody?
That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
I'll do. I will. I recorded everything I was in there, so you're gonna get my. I'll put that out next week too. I'll cut it down and put it out so everybody can see my exact
Yeah.
reactions of Rubbish of the Sea, and we'll move on from there.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Mash, what do you think about Fortnite VR? Okay, you haven't said nothing about it yet.
Fortnite, is it a
Coming.
thing?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
coming.
When?
Yeah, VR mod.
Yep.
Oh, a VR mod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. I love Fortnite, man. That's right. That's right. Somebody tagged me. It was Z-Storm tagged me
Tribe.
in that. Or Tribe and Z-Storm, I think, tagged me in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool, man. I love Fortnite. I think it's a great thing, man. I'm all about the mods right now. There's so many good mods out there. Like if you have a PC and the mods are way easier to do than they used to be. Like mods used to be a pain in the ass. They can get daunting when you have to put like multiple mods on. Most of these mods now are a drag and click. You open you unzip a folder, you extract a file, you open it up, and you're done. That's it. Some are drag and drop. That's it. It's so easy now to mod these games, and man, and Prey Dog is gonna make this. The Unreal Injector is gonna be. You're gonna play every flat game in VR. Every
Yeah,
flat
that's
game
gonna
you're
be
gonna be able to play in VR. It's gonna be crazy. But
A couple
All
more
right.
things I got coming. I have
yeah,
I forgot. I'm working on creating a new MUVR space for Nintendo, Super Nintendo emulators. GT put out a video not too long ago. Mike did too, I think. Mike
oh yeah, you're
VRS.
gonna make your own room.
I've already made the room. Yeah, I'm just in the process of decorating it and filming it from different time stamps. So once that's done, that'll take me a while to finish. But once that's done, then we can multiplayer some old school console games. That'll be fun.
Hell yeah. I'm
I'm
looking
also
forward to that.
doing the Jedi Knight Outcast mod from Team Beef,
Nice.
Ooh.
which I just talked with them this morning actually, and I'm looking forward to jumping into some Jedi Knight.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully this
Man,
weekend.
I wish I had time to actually play VR. It would be fantastic.
Yeah,
You gotta make
Eric,
time, man. You gotta make time.
Oh man, I'm trying. I just want to go in and play some freaking walkabout mini golf. I want to check this
try
course out.
harder. Try
I
harder.
know.
That's what I.
I know.
That's right.
I know you guys you're always jumping into Neos and having a good time, and I'm like,
Yeah. Sending you
True.
screenshots, going, dang.
Yeah. You haven't even seen the
Have you
Q2C
ever
city
been
yet.
in Neos, Derek?
Yep.
I don't even know if I've ever seen you in
I
there.
have. We did it not too long ago. Tribe brought me in, and
I
Skeeva and
can't believe I
Z and
wasn't told
Alex.
about this.
I think it was
Oh, we
a
had
all
so
month
much-
ago
you're all
now,
dead to
maybe?
me right now. I don't
I
know
know.
anybody here. I was not invited. You were like,
It
yeah,
was a-
everybody was there. It was like
We're in, like
Tribe,
almost every day, Jasmine.
me, and
Yeah.
Skeeva, and not Jasmine, but like
I
everybody else
know.
was there.
We weren't sure that you had your passport to leave Horizon.
Oh my
Oh no!
Emotional
that was rude, man.
Jasmine,
What-
they live streamed it. It was part of their show. Where were you? Why weren't you at the
I don't
show?
know. I don't know. Probably having like food poisoning in Bali.
That's right. You were in. Yeah, you were. That's right. You were traveling.
Um,
Craziness. Next,
Was that
I'm
the
100.
same
I want to go back in. So let's go back in and
Yeah.
do it. I've literally been in there once.
Tomorrow night, you got to come in so we
Impact
can get into the
meetings will
scene.
only be held in Neos from now on.
I love it.
Great idea.
Best
I
idea
love
ever.
that. Let's do that.
Seriously. I'm down.
Yeah.
It
and Tribe
would be
had
so much
many
less
meetings
stressful if
then.
we could be talking about
Yeah, let's do
business
it.
Yes.
I'm
while like
down.
flying kites
I'm
or
for
something.
reals. And then we'll teach everybody how to have new meetings in VR.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Great idea.
Heck yeah. All right. Let's. Do we have anything left to give away, Todd? Let's give that away and
We
get
have
our
2 keys
butts
to
out
give
here.
away. Yeah, we're going to give away a
Let's
key
zip them out of here
to
really quick and get our butts
Act
out of here.
VR.
Because unbelievably, we have to go back to work yet.
We do. We got a meeting.
Impact
Yeah.
Reality. It's now 11:30 my time. Impact Reality's work is never done.
I work till all the time.
Yeah.
All right, so this first key
What is
is
this one
for
for?
axe throwing VR.
Axe throwing VR. I gotta play it.
Jasmine's calling it. It's
What's
mine.
better? What do you think's better, axe throwing VR or Garden of the Sea?
I never played Axe Throwing VR. I don't know.
I'm guessing
Me
there's
neither. I
more
want to
to
play it.
Garden of the Sea. I think it's a little bit more deep game, I think, than axe throwing. But I don't know. I could be wrong. PDX VR.
Hell yeah.
PD.
PDX VR. Throwing some axes. Duck.
And then
Wait.
this last key is for walkabout mini golf.
Wait, who makes the axe throwing?
It's on side quest. I can't remember. I'll
You
look
know
and
what?
see.
I don't know either. That's a great question. Nice time.
Just to mix it up.
Love it. Now this thing's going forever.
Mr. Tass says he's throwing in a swing plus with walkabout.
Nice. Look at that. Good job, Cass.
Who is it?
Mr. Peabody, 7412.
Oh no.
Holy
Time
crap.
won't stop.
Oh, Todd.
I got it. Don't worry.
Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You don't want to listen to that for the rest of the show? Come on.
No. No. Well, congratulations, Mr. Peabody. You just won yourself a copy of Walkabout Mini Golf and a the Pro Swing putting adapter for Mr. Tasselhoff. The only way to play Walkabout is with
Yeah, right.
with a putting adapter for sure, and club adapter.
Who won the axe throwing VR?
PD.
Oh,
Yeah,
PDX.
PDX VR.
PDX.
Yeah.
Throwing axes, Todd. Throwing axes.
I forgot.
Heck yeah.
Gotta make
All
notes.
right, guys, that is going to do us for this show. We appreciate everybody for being here. It was an amazing show. Thank you very much. Make sure you come and see Virtual Strangers this Sunday, and then I don't know, maybe we'll see a Crewcast on Monday. Lots of
Maybe.
things coming,
I
guys.
think it's next Monday.
Next Monday.
Lots
There
of
you go.
things coming.
Lots of things coming, guys. We
Save
will
all
see
your
you-
monies.
Yeah. We will see you all soon. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.